Good afternoon, baseball fans. Welcome to Fox City Stadium. Just an audio test here as well as an update. Mike Whalen here, Brent Retzloff will be joining me for the game. He'll be doing the play-by-play as the Division III game just wrapping up. The Aquinas Blue Gold state champions. They're doing the trophy ceremony right now as they drag the field. So could still be maybe a 3 o'clock first pitch, but our conservative estimate at 3:15. We'll let you know if anything changes right here on Zaleski Sports.
They're all on their feet. Here it comes. Popped up in the air. Should be routine for Lemansky, and it is done.
Here with Mosinee Indians manager Adam Olson. Kind of got the monkey off your back yesterday a little bit. You know, some people talked about 6 appearances, no wins. You got that. How can you use that momentum now in the state championship game?
No, we're hoping to carry it over, man. We had a great game yesterday, good pitching outing. Our hitting was really well. Just hoping to carry that over and continue on winning. Before
we talk about today's game, kind of walk us through what a student athlete does. You know, in this case, your guys. What do they do in the game? How do they kind of spend the rest of their evening?
You know, we try and keep it engaged. We try and keep it low key as much as possible. Let them have their downtime, but keep them up, keep them doing stuff. Don't let them lounge around too much. But they had a good time last night, enjoyed the win, and had a good night.
And what's the itinerary today before the game?
So we let them sleep in this morning, had a good breakfast, came for this game for a little while, then we're going to hit, and then come back for state championship.
What's the difference in BP before a state championship game versus before the 5th game of the season?
You know, just knowing what we're going to be seeing, a little higher velocity, changing up, you know, how we approach our BP sessions, having those lineup guys get their most at-bats possible and prepare them for what we know we're going to see.
And then on to today's game. So for a senior, no matter what, it's their last game as a high school student athlete. Have any kind of speech for them or anything you want to say to them about that?
Yeah, you know, I'm going to let them I'm going to point them to the stands and show them that, hey, this community came for you guys. It's all of your hard work. Come to accumulation of this game right now and take it all in, turn around, enjoy it, and then focus in on this game and get your last win of your high school career.
And then one of those seniors on the mound for you, Keegan Georgeley. I mean, just a fantastic career at Mosinee High School. What's it been like being able to coach him for the last couple of years?
It's been really easy. You know, the kid is just a great human being, hard worker, sets a great example for everybody around him. Looking forward to having his last game, and hopefully he can come out on top.
What's his pregame preparation? What kind of notes are you and the coaches giving Keegan?
You know, we go through their lineup. We got a pretty good scouting report on them, so we kind of give them an idea. Him and Gavin, we go through each of the guys and what they're typically doing, what their weaknesses are, and just look to get those things to them and work through the game.
Able to put up a big number yesterday. Tell us about the bats and what your expectation for your offense is today.
Yeah, you know, our bats are well prepared for what the pitching we're going to see. You know, it's not going to be overpowering. It's going to be the middle of the road, nice mid-80s more than likely. I think our guys are prepared for that. We've hit that all year, so I'm looking forward to a good game.
Yep, and then lastly, your opponent, Edgewood. What do you know about the Edgewood Ball Club?
They're a really good ball club. You know, they've had a solid season. They got their top hitters can hit pretty well. They had a big game yesterday, came through with that win, but, you know, I think that we'll compete very well with them, and, you know, it'll be a great game.
Good luck today, Coach.
Thank you.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Good afternoon, baseball fans. A hearty welcome here to Fox City Stadium in Neuroscience Field. Mike Wellen here. Brendan Redsoff will be taking over play-by-play in just a second, as we'll turn things over to our PA for our lineups for Edgewood and then Mosinee, and then Brendan will get you guys ready for first pitch right here on Zaleski Sports. Thank you for joining us on this audio-only broadcast.
Henry Gill. And now for today's starting lineup for Edgewood, leading off the designated hitter number 16, Jack Halloran. Batting second, the catcher, number 2, Bennett Cagle. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 1, Preston Youcher. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 4, Seth Myers. Batting fifth and pitching today, number 3, Stephen Mello. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 19, Henry Bishop. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 12, Davis Hellblide. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 5, Carson Jessberger. Batting ninth is the right fielder, number 18, Brady Lovelli. Non-batting and playing center field, number 14, Jack Bishop. Edgewood is coached by Richard Newton, assisted by Nate Andrews, Joel Schneider, and Jake Cobbs. And now let's meet the home team today, the Mosinee Indians. Number 1, Colton Cherrick. Number 3, Ethan Oatman. Number 12, Andrew Novinsky. Number 16, Tyler Bars. Number 17, Zachary Nahuda. Number 18, Logan Groshak. Number 26, Chris Stoffel. Number 42, Garrett Shute. Number 57, Ryan Simonis. And now today's starting lineup for Mosinee, leading off and pitching, number 11, Keegan Jersley. Batting second at center field, number 7, Taylor Wolanski. Batting third and catching, number 20, Gavin Obremski. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 5, Brady Locken. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 49, Cameron Zabel. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 6, Carter Fondre. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 30, Benjamin Schley. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 24, Elliot Yurkowski. And batting ninth, the shortstop, number 9, Grant Kudlinski. Non-batting and playing third base for the Indians, number 31, Parker Polipiak. The umpires assigned to the Division II championship game behind the plate, Mike Kieser of West Bend. At first base, John Bilo of Wapaka. At second base, Chuck Runge from Aquanago. And at third base, Louis Eisenman from Schofield. Good luck to both teams, and let's play ball.
And good afternoon to all of our viewers watching here on Zaleski Sports for our audio-only state baseball tournament. It's the Division II state championship game between the Mosinee Indians and the Edgewood Crusaders. Brendan Retzloff and Mike Wendlandt here for our game today. And temperatures right now sitting at around 80 degrees. Winds blowing from left field to right field, more so towards right. So very hitters friendly from about 15 to 20 miles per hour. So a little bit gusty out here on the field, and Mosinee playing as the home team, the Edgewood Crusaders as the away team, so they will get cracks at the bats first. And Mike, this is the first championship game for both of these teams, so a lot on the line here today.
And both teams, they're going to be a little nervous to start, but I think that's going to calm once they take the field for the first pitch. And Keegan Jersley, he's been in spots like this before. He's been an ace for this team for 3 seasons now. He knows that while this game's going to be on his right arm, as the senior-heavy team got their first ever state tournament win yesterday, and they're ready to go today. And they're looking over at their dugout right now. Just a big hug from Brady Locken for Jersley as they get set and they get the final words from Coach Olson and his staff. As we're moments away here as Mosinee in their purple tops, as always, white numbers, white stripes, white pants, white fronted caps. Edgewood in their maroon jerseys, white pants, gold numbers, and maroon caps as their head coach, Richard Newton, giving pats on the back to his guys, getting them ready as someone's bringing their first ever gold trophy back home today. And it's a beautiful day for it. We got blue skies now after it was overcast for most of the day. People who have been here can see their third trophy given out today. We had Oliva Strum in a dominant performance, 11-1 in 5 innings, get their first ever state championship in Division 4. Aquinas just winning their third in Division 3, and now we'll get here for this one in Division 2. The night will end with De Pere and Sun Prairie East, both looking for their first, I think. Sun Prairie East, I think, is their first since they split. But in Division 2, this one's going to be a blast. Both teams played very well yesterday. Mosinee a little more convincing of a win against La Crosse Logan, but Edgewood with some spectacular defense in that first game against Cutterman Lutheran, including one that made Sports Center a play at third base that won for them. As Mosinee takes the field, a handshake from Gavin Obremski to our home plate umpire Mike Kieser from West Bend, and John Bilo from Wapaka at first base. Chuck Runge from Aquanago over at second, Louis Eisenman over at third from Schofield, as Keegan Jersley gets his spice cleaned off and will get his warm-up tosses in. And Brendan, we've both seen this team quite a bit this year, and we know the mentality of this Mosinee team and what Coach Olson has done for with this team this year. And they know that for a lot of these players, it's the last time they're ever going to wear these jerseys. And they know that they're going to leave everything out there on this field today.
This is the last dance for the seniors here for Mosinee and their entire lineup. I mean, it is all set as seniors from the team top to bottom from 1 to 9. And I spoke with Coach Olson yesterday after their win against
Lacrosse
Logan, and he said that he gives all of the credit to the seniors on his team, how much they've been working together. These guys have been classmates since they all started their time back in the kindergarten ages. So to have 13 years together, I mean, you can form a really great bond, and this is when it all comes down to this. Right here in this moment here on Championship Thursday, Keegan Jerschley, he is throwing some warm-up pitches on the mound, and a big congrats to the state champions that we've had so far today in the Cardinals and the Blue Golds. And now it's time to see, will it be the Crusaders or the Indians? First pitch just about to go underway here, scheduled at around 3:15 for the first pitch, and it's 3:13 right now. So just ahead of schedule, and Jack Harlowan will lead things off. The lefty batting .393, first pitch from Jerschley to begin Championship Thursday, missed outside, high and away, 1-0 the count here.
Yeah, Halloran .393 as a hitter, as there's our first strike.
Second pitch, a dot from Jerschley, and he has been pitching very well throughout his time on this season. Here comes the third pitch of the at-bat, upstairs for a ball. So 2-1 the count, but Keegan Jerschley, he's got a .77 earned run average, sitting at a 9-1 record in 12 games pitched, and a big swing and a miss there from Halloran as he is down to 2-2.
Absolutely, and of course, left-handed hitter, got the stirrups on, wide open stance as he crowds the plate.
He really stays down low with the stance, and this one just missed it outside. It's a full count here in the first at-bat here of today's game. Here comes Jerschley, and a timeout will be granted here on Halloran as he steps out of the left-handed batter's box.
Yeah, Jerschley already never left the pitching area. He's ready to go.
He was very ready, and here it comes. And first piece of contact made here today, fouled away.
And of course, first batter of this game and our pregame discussion brought to you by GreenHeck Group, the global leader in creating air movement and control equipment. GreenHeck, Wausau, one of Wausau's largest employers, the perfect place to next step in your career. See if GreenHeck Group is right for you. Visit greenheck.com. That's greenheck.com.
From the stretch, and a called strike three as Halloran goes down looking. And that is the start that you want if you are a Mosinee fan. One down via the strikeout from Keegan Jerschley. And now Bennett Cagle will step up to the box, and Jerschley, he is just ready. He's going fast. Goes with a little bit of a slider piece of action there, missed it high and away.
Yeah, Cagle doing the catching today, hitting .419. He's got 3 home runs. He comes up empty on a big curveball there, and with the wind blowing out, especially toward right, could be a good day for hitters, especially left-handed hitters.
And we got to see in the recent game in Division III between the Blue Golds and
Aquinas and Kenosha St. Joe's.
Kenosha, yeah.
Had some huge hits.
We got to see a home run get over that left center field fence, 3-1. The count here. Here comes Jerschley, works it off the stretch and fouled back. We'll try it again.
So first 2 hitters have gone full counts. Of course, Mosinee, I know for sure, definitely has a full complement of their arms outside of Garrett Shoup.
And this pitch from Jerschley just went a little too far underneath with it, and it will be ball 4. So Cagle will reach first base via a walk, and Preston Youcher will step up to the plate with a runner on first base. With 1 down, here in the first. But you spoke about yesterday's game. Garrett Shoup, he had an outstanding performance to get Mosinee to their first ever state championship game. 9 strikeouts, 1 walk from the senior, and it was outstanding stuff to get Mosinee right here.
Well, yeah, once he settled down, he was fairly wild the first 2 innings. Once he settled down, he was lights out. And he was able to get through 5 2/3, which is huge. Allowed Nahuda to have to throw too many as well and be available today. So they have Jershly, Nahuda, and Lemansky all able to pitch in this game.
Adam Olson has all the pieces that he wants as the head coach here of the Indians to get Mosinee to this point. But both of these teams, they are chasing their first ever state championship. It's a 1-1 count here on Youcher. Here it comes, and he fouls this one down the right field line, well out of play.
And the one thing so far throughout Mosinee battle, besides working deep into counts and making Jershly throw a lot of pitches, they have not been ahead of anything. Everything has been late and fouled off toward the first base side.
Not a single piece of contact within fair territory yet. The 1-2, and Jershly steps off to throw back to first. Diving in there safely is Cagle. So a little bit of a break between pitches here for Youcher, the shortstop, batting .427. What a season for him. And he fouls this one right off the inside part of his bat, off the roofing of the pavilion here on the first base side here at Fox City Stadium.
And Edgewood, they like to run. They've stolen 49 bases. They've only been thrown out once this year. Cagle is 10 for 10 over at first base, but not much of a lead.
1-2.
Could be 2.
Ball, and over to Filipiak, throw to second, and got the 5-4 put out. So 2 are down here, as it looked like Zabel kind of bobbled the ball just a little bit in between the transfer, and Youcher reaches safely on first with 2 down.
Yeah, Zabel just couldn't quite get it out of his glove to make it throw in. By the time that happened, it was going to be too late for Youcher, who's got pretty good speed out there. As like said, Myers, the cleanup man, hitting .368, 28 driven in. Still just runner on first.
And with that little mistake that Zabel made, that's just got to be the nerves in a championship game, knowing that this is your last game that you are playing wearing the violet color on your uniform. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat to Myers, fouled off.
Again, just a little bit late on that fastball. Myers, a left-handed hitter. And with wind blowing out toward the foul line in right. We saw in the last game for Kenosha St. Joe's, the guy pulled on foul past the giant recliners.
A hot and humid day here in Appleton, and you could pretty much say anywhere around the state of Wisconsin. And we thank all of our viewers for tuning in and listening to our broadcast, and we'll have highlights of our game coming up in a couple of hours once the game concludes. But first we got a winner to crown here, as Jershly's throw kind of bounced right off of the back of Youcher, and Locken able to track the ball down before Youcher could even go anywhere. So it's a 1-1 here on Myers. Jershly, he stepped off to throw to first a few times here. Fastball inside corner, just missed it. 2-1.
And that's been a trend all weekend of a consistent but tight zone. These umps have been having eagle eyes and have had a great view of the strike zone as there's no one fouled away.
Many foul balls here coming early in this state championship game. Just nothing fair in play. All these hitters have just been late on these pitches from Keegan Jershly. Here he goes from the stretch, and finally one in play, and an easy put out there for Grant Kuklinski to step on second base for out number 3. And that will do it for the top half of the first. A pretty clean inning from Keegan Jershly. It was just the 1 walk that he gave up, and he's got a strikeout here in his final game and Mosinee's final game for all these seniors, headed to the bottom of the first here in the Division II State Championship on Zaleski Sports.
I'm State Representative John Spiros. I've been on the front lines fighting against the radical, woke agenda, which is trying to tear apart our state and our families. Dangerous policies like defunding the police, open borders, and runaway taxes. As a veteran and former police officer, I know how important upholding the rule of law is for our communities. That's why I've stood up against radical ideas and held the line against the free-spending liberals in Madison. In the August 13th primary, I'm asking for your vote to keep a proven conservative working for us in Madison. After all, if you don't vote to protect our liberties, who will?
Vote John Spiros for State Assembly. Paid for by Spiros for Assembly.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
And we are back live from Appleton, Wisconsin, here in this Division II State Championship game. Today's game is presented by Casa Mezcal. Check out the Casa Mezcal in downtown Stevens Point. They prepare and serve Mexican and American dishes. They also offer vegetarian and gluten-free meals right at the Casa Mezcal on 4th Street today. And by Four Seasons Heating and Air Conditioning is a proud sponsor of Mosinee Athletics. Four Seasons has been serving the Mosinee, Wisconsin area for over 38 years. With our fully insured services, we guarantee you only high-quality heating and cooling that you deserve. Visit fourseasonshc.net today. That's fourseasonshc.net, and we'd like to thank all of our sponsors for our game today, and not just our game, our entire sports season. Mike, this is the final game that we are covering for the 2023-2024 school year, and it's just crazy it's all coming to an end here.
Yeah, final game of the WIAA season. There's only one more game left in general for the WIAA. There will be the Division I game, Sun Prairie East and De Pere, as Jersley will step in. Again, shout out to everyone watching wherever they may be, including Keegan's aunt watching down in Iowa, or listening and watching down in Iowa, I guess, as Jersley swings and misses on the first pitch here in the bottom of the first.
Stephen Mello, the pitcher on the helm here for the Crusaders here today. And this one grounded over to first, and it actually gets by the first baseman. And Jersley's going to round all the way to get to second base. That ball almost looked like it was starting foul, and it somehow made its way back into fair territory. And making the mistake over there at first base was Seth Myers, as it went right through his glove. A Hugh Buckner type of play there.
Yeah, Bill Buckner, of course, big-time memory for Red Sox fans for a long time. But that one, it just rolled along the foul line, stayed fair. John Bilo right on the spot to make the call as it got right through. It'll be an error on Myers, and Jersley now at second base with his speed, a chance to strike early with Lemansky, as there's a strike. Looks like it'll be a higher zone today.
And Stephen Mello this season, a 2.39 earned run average, 6-2 on the season in his 8 games. And Lemansky puts one right between third and short. And this could be the first run of the championship game as Jersley dives in safely. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Indians as Taylor Lemansky delivers with an RBI base hit.
And just rolling it into left field. It doesn't have to be hit hard, just got to be hit in the right spot. And Lemansky, who's been clutch all year, serves it into left, and Jersley with that speed, there was really no chance. The throw was cut off over at third base.
The way that Keegan Jersley just runs those base pads, it is essentially perfection, and Lemansky doing a great job to just get some contact on it, and he hit it very well right between third base of Carson Jesberger and then the shortstop, Preston Yauscher. And Gavin Obremski now batting .386. This 1-2-3, part of the batting order of Mosinee, it is lethal, Mike.
It has been for years, those three, as Lemansky will be in with a dive. And with the wind how it is right now, this has got to be a dream scenario for Obremski, who's got that power from the left side. He's a switch hitter, but he is seemed like much stronger as a left-handed hitter. And he has got the pop to get one on the way. And there's a deep drive.
Obremski sends a drive. You might kiss this one goodbye. It's a 2-run shot for the catcher. And Mosinee's last dance is looking sharp here in the first. It's a 2-run shot for Gavin Obremski, 3-0.
I just said it with the wind blowing out. He got it right over the Milwaukee Brewers sign in right field, and Obremski, his 5th homer of the year, and no better time in your last game to get a home run here at Fox City Stadium.
If Mosinee, I mean, there's plenty of game left, but if Mosinee hangs on to win this game, that will be a moment Gavin and the team will remember for a very long time. A core memory right there as Brady Locken steps up to the plate, and Mosinee has not been retired yet, and that error coming from Myers to begin this game is really hurting the Crusaders momentum-wise right now.
And it's plays like that kind of stick with you, and now Myers just got to regroup.
And a little chopper over to short, and the play gets made by Yauscher for the out. So Locken is retired, and that's the first retired Mosinee player in this game. And we are on to the 5th hitter now in Cameron Zabel, and he has also had quite a few playoff memories that he has made, especially in the sectionals, hitting one of the big home runs, the key plays against Xavier to send themselves here in Appleton as he pops this one up on the first pitch, and Yauscher will call it off. This is a mile high, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Yeah, trying to drive it, but he just got under it. And Yauscher, who's kind of settled things down for his team, making a couple plays. That play with Locken, I think, is going to be a big play for Edgewood, just to kind of settle things down. He made a really nice throw, and that one that kind of balances things out.
Yauscher, known as one of the best players on this team for Edgewood. Like we said, he was batting pretty close to 400 on the season, playing at shortstop. When you got a guy who can do that, the shortstop in high school baseball, it's typically the spot where you have your best player at.
Yeah, well over 400 for Yauscher. He's been great this year.
As Fondry here steps up to the plate here, he's got a 2-1 count here, and right now, Mello giving up those 3 runs, one of them unearned though.
Nice play by Coach Olson, a one hopper right to him in the third base coaching box.
That was a very impressive play.
Very nonchalant.
Right hand, he just snaked the thing.
We see a few coaches in our area that like to make the plays out there.
2-2 here on Fondry. Takes a fastball upstairs. Mello tried to get him to chase it. Not doing it. 3-2 here. Fondry, he takes one right on the outside corner of the plate for strike 3, and Mello able to get a strikeout, and he's a little bit frustrated exiting the mound. Is not the start Edgewood was looking for, but the Indians cracking the bats out early. Gavin Obremski, a 2-run home run to make it a 3-0 game as we head to inning number 2 on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
And welcome back, everybody. Today's game here at Fox City Stadium is presented by SC Swiderski. An SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more. And by Staub. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Stefan Mello to lead things off here in the second. Jershly had a very clean first inning here in the state championship, Mike.
Yeah, outside of the walk, he was pretty solid. Got a couple of nice ground balls, got that potential double play ball. And I think also he's calmed down a bit. The team itself has calmed down enough after the first inning out, and obviously the offense getting going helps with that. And now it's going to be up to them to continue that, as Mello's going to look as a senior to get things going for his team after he gave up 3 runs in that first. Only 2 hits, though.
Batting .349 as he takes a strike on the outer part of the plate from Jershly. And Jershly, he's really working fast from the mound here as he's getting ready to throw his second pitch of the at-bat already. And this fastball is downstairs. 1-1 the count here. Mello batting .349. He has a pair of home runs here on the season. And here's the 1-1 from Jershly, and he fouls this one back into the netting. Count goes to 1-2.
A right-handed hitter, Stefan Mello. Pretty much straight on in the box.
Jershly taking his time on this one from the stretch. And this one's popped up in the air on the off speed out of play.
That ended up by the concessions, and that got into and over that balcony out there, over toward the Liney Lounge out there. So was able to get into the crowd a little bit, and just missing the roof.
The 1-2, and he got him chasing after it as Mello lost it on that one, and Jershly's got a second strikeout here today. 1 down here in the second for Henry Bishop, the left fielder.
Yeah, that was you could tell Mello was expecting that curveball to drop. He was going to try and keep the hands in and serve it to left, but it just stayed up and out of the zone, as there's going to be...
Fondry tried to make the play over there in right field, and it just one-hopped in and out of his glove, and it's a base hit here for Henry Bishop. First hit of the ball game here for Edgewood. And yeah, that in that previous at-bat, that curveball kind of just hung up there. A little dangerous of a pitch when you leave a hanging curveball like that, but Jershly got lucky missing very high.
Yeah, luckily he hung it out of the zone.
Swing or not a swing and a miss. A ball taken inside. I don't know what I'm looking at. But Davis Halbleib at the plate here for the Crusaders takes a strike, and it's 1-1 on Halbleib.
And the swing before from Bishop, Fondry was kind of in between whether to dive or not, and smart play in the second inning, pull up, give him first base, and don't give him a chance of an extra base hit.
Curveball, a beautiful one from Jershly as Halbleib kind of half swung at that one, a little bit of a defensive swing. And it's a 1-2 count here.
Yeah, by the time he saw it was going to be a strike.
And the throw back to first, it was very close. It was dropped.
It might have been out if John Bielo at first base was looking to see if Lockett had caught it. I think if he had caught it, it's an out.
It was a very close play there, and I agree with you. If he caught that, it would have been an out. And fastball here from Jershly upstairs. 2-2 the count. And once again, Jershly working very fast with his pitches. Throw back to first again. That time getting back there easily was Bishop.
I think a lot of these plays with Jershly is it calms him down. He steps off, can reset himself, take a deep breath. As another foul ball, as he's had to throw a lot of pitches here in this in these first inning plus.
How about this crowd showing up here today? Mosinee, their crowd looking pretty good, traveling about close to 2 hours from here in Appleton. And then same for Edgewood. They have a pretty good showing of their crowd coming all the way from Madison. So kind of a little road in between here in Appleton for the both of these teams to make it to this spot. But the junior, he's down to a 2-2 count. Here it comes from Jerschley, and a fastball down and in. 3-2, another full count. We have seen quite a few full counts already from Keegan to begin this game, but he doesn't seem all that fazed by anything. This one fouled off.
And this is a key probably strategy as well for Edgewood. They know, it's well known how good Keegan Jerschley is, and especially as a pitcher. And I know they would love to have him get through only 4, maybe 5.
A little slider from Jerschley.
Outside.
Just missed it outside. Looked like a really good pitch, but what a take by Helbleib. And now runners are at first and second. What did you think of that pitch? It looked pretty close from here.
I thought it was outside. It was one of those ones where it went around the plate but not over the plate. That big bending curveball, and I'm not going to say anything. These guys are the best at what they do. They know exactly the strike zone better than anyone.
Yeah.
He says it's outside. It was outside.
When you get these umpires like this to go to state, you know that these are going to be the best guys that you have on the call for balls and strikes. As this fastball was upstairs to Jessberger, and Jessberger big swing and a miss here from Jerschley's fastball. And it's already a 1-1 count here. Edgewood trying to knock on that door to close the gap of this lead, or maybe even tie it with one swing of the bat here. And Jerschley steps off here as scrambling back to second base was Bishop.
Along with both Isabella and Kuklinski. No one was covering after he pivoted back.
Yeah, Jerschley would not have had a throw. Good idea to not throw it. This one's a little blooper. This might drop in center, and it will. Lemansky will take it off one hop, and the bases are now loaded as Carson Jessberger has a base hit, and Brady Lavelli will have a chance to put the Crusaders on the scoreboard here in the second.
It feels like a huge moment here in only the second inning. Number 9 hitter up. Jerschley thinking one of two things: strike out, ground ball, try and get a double play, or even a play at home, as the corners will play in.
First pitch coming from Jerschley, missed it with the fastball. 1-0 the count here on the number 9 hitter. This is the guy that Mosinee would want to have at the plate in a situation like this. So this is a huge clutch time at bat for the Crusaders, as Lavelli now has a 1-1.
And depending on where the ball might get hit would be depending.
Fastball from Jerschley in there for a strike. Continue.
Would decide on where they go. If it's ground ball to third, you got to think Filipiak will either take it himself over to third and throw across, or he'll go straight home. Same with Locken at first. If it takes him toward the line, they'll try and turn 2.
1-2 fouled off into the netting right towards that first base dugout of Edgewood. Richard Newton for the Crusaders. He's done a pretty good job as the coach of the team. 338 and 183 in 21 years as the coach. Another foul ball from Lavelli.
As again, that pitch count continuing to climb for Keegan Jerschley.
The last batter in the first time through the order here for the Crusaders here in the second. Here comes the 1-2, fouled in the air. Playable out of play.
And that's one where I almost think if it is you, it's a decision to make. It really is. If for Fondry, do you catch it and essentially concede the run, or do you trust Keegan to hopefully get a strikeout?
We'll see what happens here. The 1-2, reaching out on it over to Fondry.
He barely saw it.
Kind of lost it. He got it back, and he makes the catch and the throw to the cutoff at Locken at first, and that was well executed by the Indians. And maybe it could have been a trick that he played on the base runner at third by maybe not seeing it, but I think he did not see the ball because the sun is literally right in his face there.
Yeah, that's too risky to try and do a deke there. It was shallow enough that there probably wasn't going to be a tag on the play. So just make the catch and get it into Locken, who was in good position anyway. And also with at first base, Bishop, bigger guy. Maybe if it had been Cagle or Halloran or Yauscher at third, maybe they would have tried the tag. But with the bigger guy out there, they're not going to take a chance of an out on the base pass.
Bishop on third base. Jershly tried to slurve one in there too high for a ball, but Henry Bishop on third base, Davis Halbleib on second, and Carson Jesberger, the runner, at first. This pitch missed it just inside here on Halloran, and this is a huge at-bat here.
It's a huge pitch right here.
3-0, and just like that, you would have to guess that Halloran will not be swinging the bat at all on this upcoming pitch unless it is something he really, really likes.
We've seen that more and more in recent years of guys who swing 3-0. I think a leadoff man, he's not swinging. He's squaring to bunt.
He squares, pulls back, takes a strike.
Once he's squared, I know he's not swinging, and now he'll look for, we call it a shoebox, the size of a shoebox. If it's there, swing. If not, let it go and take your chances.
Looking for the shoebox and fouled this one off. More of a defensive swing than anything there.
Once he started his hands, he knew he shouldn't have, and he asked. I could tell right there as he asked Mike Kieser, would that have been ball 4? And he said yes. And his reaction said it all.
Yeah, he gave a little bit of a sigh after that one. 3-2.
Runners
huge pitch coming, and Jershly steps off to look back. Doesn't throw it. So 3-2 as the anticipation is starting to build up here in Appleton.
Base hit will score 2 with the runners moving.
Jershly from the stretch. A fastball called for strike 3. It's the outside corner, and Halloran, he is very frustrated, to your point. But this Mosinee crowd, they are absolutely hyped up after that one. And same thing with Coach Richard Newton. He said a couple of words to the home plate umpire there. But scoreless for the Crusaders here in the second inning. They had the bases loaded, left all of them stranded. 3-0 headed to the bottom of the second here in this Division II state championship on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot. People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
And welcome back, everybody, here in Appleton, here at the Neuroscience Group Field at Fox City Stadium. It's the Division II State Championship game presented by Mosinee Family Chiropractic. Mosinee Family Chiropractic proudly supports Mosinee Athletics. Dr. Bars and Dr. Miller offer the best chiropractic care around, only at Mosinee Family Chiropractic. And Mike, we were speaking in between innings here, talking about how big of an inning that was for Jershly to get those outs, but now that he's at 53 pitches, he's got a lot to deal with as Ben Schley is at the plate here, takes a strike.
That's a high strike right at the very, very top of the zone. Schley coming off a big day yesterday at the 4 RBIs. Of course, you had a chance to talk to him.
He hits a little chopper over to the pitcher there in Mello. Mello makes the throw over to first in time for out number 1 here on the inning. The first time Schley has been retired here in Appleton.
They give a chance for Yurkovsky, who had himself a pretty solid day as well in that semifinal.
Yurkovsky batting .286 on the year, and Yurkovsky in that semifinal after he takes a strike here, he had a base hit and a walk. He went 1 for 2 in that semifinal game in that 8-1 victory against La Crosse Logan. And Mosinee, their bats were very good in that game yesterday. It seemed like they were going to run rule them, but they weren't able to do so. But they were in full control, and Yurkovsky pops this one up into right field, and Brady Lavelli will make the catch for out number 2.
So after a 16-pitch inning for Mello, a couple of quick outs here. So his pitch count's in very good shape compared to what might be the case for Jerschley.
Jerschley sitting at 53 pitches, and Jerschley has a .77 earned run average on the year. And a ground ball here. This is going to be a very quick inning here for the Crusaders as Kuklinski is retired, and the side goes down in the second for the Indians. So Mosinee just completed their order, but that second inning, very quick one from Stefan Mello as we head to inning number 3 in the Division II state championship game, as Bennett Cagle will lead things off for the Crusaders here on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shy.
Shy is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot. People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
A 3-0 lead here in Appleton for the Mosinee Indians. Keegan Jerschley awaiting his 3rd inning of work on the mound here. Today's game is presented by Lee's Piggly Wiggly. Shop for your local groceries at Lee's Piggly Wiggly in Mosinee. Find all you need under one roof with convenient customer service with a smile. Lee's Piggly Wiggly in Mosinee. And by a couple of our playoff sponsors, Lifestyle Tax and Accounting. Lifestyle Tax and Accounting LLC is a proud sponsor of Mosinee Athletics, providing income tax preparation as well as bookkeeping and payroll for businesses big or small. We take all. Visit lifestyletaxllc.com. And the Casa Mezcal. Check out the Casa Mezcal in downtown Mosinee. They prepare and serve Mexican and American dishes. They also offer vegetarian and gluten-free meals right at the Casa Mezcal on 4th Street today. Cagle to lead things off here. Jerschley's first pitch missed high and away for a ball.
And after this pitch, quick shout out to everyone listening in. There's ball 2. There's Marsha again watching from Iowa, Tanner, Jonah, Justin, Allie.
Shout out to all of our viewers for listening to our coverage of another fastball missed high, and already up to a 3-0 count here for Cagle. And Jerschley, his comparison between balls and strikes, it's almost 50-50 at this point.
He's definitely been wild. Is first couple innings, Shupak kind of had that issue as well early on. He calmed down. Keegan trying to just kind of settle in here as he gets a strike across. But when he's missing, he hasn't been missing by a little. He's been missing by a lot. He's a lot of it up and out of the zone, almost overthrowing.
And the spots that he's missing are spots where hitters just can't put a swing on the bat, which as a pitcher, that's a good thing, but it's not good when you have been walking batters every inning. That's Jerschley's second walk here in the game. So Cagle is on first base, and Preston Youcher will have a runner on first base with nobody down. The Crusaders had the bases stranded back in the second and couldn't get anything with those bases loaded, down 3-0. And we'll see if their offense can try to put something together here, or if Mosinee, they just have the skill in their defense and composure to get things done. It's a 1-0 count here on Youcher. Youcher takes a fastball just inside. Youcher tried to step off the plate there to make it a ball being called.
It almost hit him as it came back on the inside corner. Youcher kind of crowds the plate. He's at the very front edge of inside edge of the batter's box.
Very close in there, and that time Jerschley delivers a dot right on the outer part of the zone, 1-2. And now Youcher is down in the count. 1-2 here with the runner at first base. Jerschley steps off, throw back to first to lock in, and diving in there safely is Cagle. And Seth Myers, he, as the cleanup hitter, is on deck here for the Crusaders, as this ball is popped up right off the inside of the bat. And Kuklinski will call it off and make the catch at shortstop for the out.
Using his offhand or throwing hand to kind of shield the sun out of his eyes, sunglasses or not, it is tough to see in a couple of spots, depending on where the ball is through the sky. Again, with the blue skies now, it's going to blend in a little bit, so it'll be an adjustment.
And when we started this game, skies were a little more overcasted, temperatures at around 80, but now we have sunny skies expected for the remainder of this ball game. Seth Myers took a ball inside there from Jerschley. Just a beautiful day at the ballpark. Even though it's a little humid, a little hot and humid out there, it's still a great place to be in to spend a Thursday afternoon for state championship Thursday. And a big swing and a miss from Myers. 1-1, the count on the junior. Myers, in his last at-bat, he flew out to Kuklinski at short.
Yeah, it hasn't been a ton of hard contact on Jerschley, the 2 hits, but the issue has been command and the walks. That's what it's got the base runners on.
The Crusaders getting to the pitch count of Keegan, and that one got him right in the leg.
That back leg.
On the calf.
Yeah, so that back leg, and the fact that he was able to dodge it with the front leg, then it gets the back one. Those don't feel good.
He'll be dealing with a little bit of a stinger and probably a bruise for a few days or so. I know you've had a fair share of dealing with getting hit like that in the catcher position, or even when you're batting out there.
Yeah, they don't feel good. I'm pretty sure he feels fine now. He'll sting a little bit, but on the bus ride home, you're gonna feel it a little bit more, and you'll feel it more tomorrow. But for right now, to quote Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse, pain don't hurt.
Takes one in there for a strike is Stephen Mello. It's a 0-1 count here. Runners at first and second, and once again, Jerschley's command putting Mosinee in the hole early. The runners go. Here comes the throw from Obremski to third, and it is not in time as Filipiak tried to apply the tag on Cagle.
A foul tip into the mitts, and that's one instinct. Obremski, I'm sure for like a split, thought he maybe drop it as a foul ball, but
2 runners still works. In scoring position now for Mello, and he reached out on that fastball, fouled it off to stay alive. This is a really good opportunity here for Edgewood to get some runners or manufacture something here. Good play made by Obremski behind the plate to stop that one from getting away.
And it's an understated part of the game is going to be the work of the catchers. Very similar to what we saw in a Marshfield field like this and some softball fields. There's a ton of room behind the plate.
Here's the 1-2, reaching out on it, and this one will just roll foul. Obremski let it go, and probably a wise decision to do so.
It would have been tough because he would have had to turn around, spin, and throw. And Mello got out of the box pretty well as a right-handed hitter still. But Obremski doing the typical wise thing, letting it roll foul. That's usually conventional wisdom, is just let that roll. Don't take a chance of it being a hit and being the bases loaded. Give your pitcher another chance.
So here we go. It's the 1-2 from Jershly. A fastball swung on and missed. And it's strikeout number 4 for Keegan here this afternoon. So he's got 4 strikeouts, a pair of walks, and a hit batsman. 2 hits given up, but his pitch count, it is way up there right now.
Yeah, it's looking more and more like a 4, maybe 5 inning start, depending on how the rest of this one goes for Jershly. There's one that bounces in or bounces down and away. But again, a lot of room back here as well, so Obremski having to work. Of course, he's caught a lot of innings, but a ton of room here. One that gets back will score a run.
Henry Bishop at the plate here for the Crusaders, and he had a base hit his last time up back in the 2nd inning, and he was the one to get things started with those bases loaded. So a base hit here could definitely put 2 runs on that scoreboard here for Edgewood.
Yeah, base hit here is a 1-run game. With the speed out there with Myers, base hit will make this a 3-2 game. The 2 outs, running on contact, and the outfield playing opposite field, especially in center. Lemansky playing almost right center.
This Mosinee defense, they've had to stay on their feet this entire time as they've dealt with so many base runners here in the first 2 2/3 of this ball game. Here comes Jershly from the stretch. It's a 3-1, and it is another walk from Keegan, and his command starting to lose things as Davis Halbleib will go to the plate, and the lefty now has a big opportunity here in 2 innings in a row where Edgewood has had the bases loaded.
And once again, a huge moment in this game for both teams. If Jershly gets out of another bases loaded jam,
takes a strike,
it'll be huge. If Edgewood can finally get a run across, momentum will start to swing toward the Crusaders. Either way, this could be I'm not gonna say game deciding. At best, we have a ball gets from a youngster playing catch. Looks like it's like with his dad, and it rolls down onto the field.
Mom and Dad not going to be too happy about that one, and probably just sent her right back to the chair. No more ball for you. As Halbleib fouls this one over the third base dugout, out of play. So it's an 0-2 count here. Jershly has the batter right where he wants him. Edgewood trying to get something on the scoreboard here. Bases loaded 2 consecutive innings, and Halbleib hits one hard right over the glove of Kuklinski. 1 runner's in, and the second one will make it as well, and it is a 3-2 ball game after Davis Halbleib delivers with a 2 RBI base hit.
Kuklinski missed it by that much. Just tipped off the very end of his glove as he leapt as high as he could go. And he just couldn't quite bring it in. If he would have made that leaping catch, that would have been a huge moment. But a good swing by Halbleib to go the opposite way and serve it into left center. And it's a whole new game now. Edgewood now out-hitting Mosinee as well, 3-2.
And Kuklinski, you were speaking of him, 5'10", the senior 5'10", and if he might have been 5'11", it could have been a different story. It'd be a 3-0 game still. Jess Berger at the plate here. Takes first pitch down and away from Jershly.
And Mosinee now getting the bullpen ready. Nahuda is getting loose.
The senior a little bit frazzled here on the mound, but Edgewood doing a fantastic job of being patient in these at-bats, trying to force strikes being thrown from Jershly as they've had so many base runners here in this game.
Yeah, Keegan he hasn't been sharp. His mechanics have been consistent, but his command just hasn't quite been there.
as Jessberger fouls this one right into the netting. If the netting wasn't there, it might have gone pretty close to where we are sitting here in the press box. 2-1 the count here on Jessberger. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Jershly looks back at second. Here it comes from the stretch. Fastball just too high. And that has been the story here with Keegan Jershly so far. His pitches, they've almost been there, but not quite. 3-1. And Jessberger fouls this one off, and it'll be a 3-2 count now. And you would have to think if Jershly either walks Jessberger or gives up a base hit, could this be when Coach Adam Olson might have to make some decision to maybe take a little break in the game, have a little meeting with his pitcher, and talk things over? But
well, there'll definitely be a meeting if he reaches. And at the very least, that could be just to give Nahuda some time.
Here's the 3-2. It's up in the air. Lemansky, tailor-made play in center field for out number 3. But Edgewood, they make it on the scoreboard. Davis Halbleib hits a 2-run single for the Crusaders, and it's a 3-2 ball game here in the Division II State Championship as we head to the bottom of the third here on Zaleski Sports.
Power & Find has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Power & Find Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Back in Appleton here at Fox City Stadium, bottom of inning number 3. It's a 3-2 ball game here in this Division II State Championship game, presented by Best Funeral. Best Funeral has been serving the Mosinee and surrounding areas since 1934. This third-generation family-owned funeral service provider brings a long tradition of providing distinguished services with the greatest respect to each family they serve. Learn more at bestfh.com. And by Culligan Water. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. That's CulliganH2O.com. Keegan Jershly to lead things off in this third inning for Mosinee. Second time into the batting order for the senior lineup, excluding Carter Fondry. And Jershly has a base hit right between third and short to lead things off here in the third for the Indians.
And it's been a fascinating, so far, dichotomy as far as approaches at the plate for both these teams. Whereas Edgewood waiting Jershly out, making him throw. He's thrown 85 pitches in 3 innings, so he may go out to the fourth. I wonder if they'll go to Nahuda to start the inning, give him a fresh slate, and get Jershly out to shortstop. But on the other side, through 2 innings, it was 22 pitches for Mello.
Mello's first pitch missed it outside, and in that second inning, he only threw like 6 pitches or something like that.
It was 6 on the nose, and then Jershly swung at the first pitch too to start the inning now. So Mosinee is not waiting and swinging ahead or swinging whenever they see a good one.
Lemansky, he had an RBI base hit back in that first inning, so he's 1 for 1 in this game, and it's been the 1-2-3 hitters for these Mosinee Indians that have just manufactured all of those runs, and mainly it's been from the man who's awaiting on deck, Gavin Obremski, with the big 2-run home run in that first inning.
And since he homered, the wind has died down a little bit. It's still out there, but it's slowed down enough.
Winds have been blowing from east to west, and Jersley takes off, and he had such a good jump on that. What a throw in there.
He overslid.
And he is out after sliding past second base, and Davis Halbleib was there to apply the take, but what a throw from Bennett Cagle behind the plate for the out. And Coach Adam Olson might want to talk with the official at second base and Chuck Runge.
Yeah, he wants an explanation, but the throw looked like it was in time anyway, but Jershey did a good slide to the back side of second base. And I think Coach Olson might be trying to argue that the shortstop, Yauscher, pushed Jershey off the bag. That he took his glove, and during the tag, he pushed him off. I think that might be part of a discussion here. Coach Olson's shoulders back, very exasperated with this one as the umpire's call, of course, final. Jershey heading off to the dugout.
That's the way Coach Adam Olson likes to roll. He's very stern with the things that he says with these officials, but he's very quick with the words that he says. Only a pretty short meeting there between Chuck Runge and Coach Adam Olson there. So one down, but that is a huge out. Bennett Cagle had that throw right on the money, and Lemansky sends one in there for a base hit, a diving attempt there by Yauscher at shortstop, and Lemansky is at first base. He's 2 for 2 here in this game.
And that play, whether it was Yauscher knocking him off the bag, with momentum taking him into Jershey, either way, that out on the bases now just cost Mosinee a run.
I would definitely agree with you on that. Jershey, he's got so much speed out there, and when he got caught, he had such a good jump off of first base. It looked like he was going to be safe. And whether or not he was pushed off of second base, we'll never know, but with Chuck Runge being there at second, he's the one to make the call, and these umps do a great job with their work. 1-0.
And he was located perfectly. He saw clear as day. He was right. He was watching the bag, eagle-eyed, so he saw it. He saw everything that happened there.
2-0 the count here on Gavin. He sent one out into right field his last time up, and it was a bomb as he has a base hit right down the right-hand side again, and rounding second, running to third is Lemansky as he slides in safely. And Mosinee's got runners on the corners with one down, and it has been the 1-2-3 hitters. They have all reached base both times.
And Lemansky was going first to third anyways. We'll get a courtesy runner for Obremski. That's going to be Colton Cherrick.
Yeah, so Cherrick doing the courtesy running. Tyler Bars, he did the courtesy running for Obremski yesterday. And probably since he got picked off, Coach Adam Olson says, this is the state championship. We're going to bring up our next guy up and see how he does in this type of situation.
And we'll see if he's in motion here maybe to try and run the first and third play. We saw Lacrosse Logan run it against Mosinee yesterday. He takes off, get into a pickle. Lemansky with good speed tries to score. It won't happen this pitch.
And with only one out, it seems like a pretty good idea to do here, but we'll see what the Indians do here. It's a 1-0 count here on Locken, but Locken, he's got a good pop in his bat as well, batting .349 for the Indians as Locken takes one down and away again. 2-0. Locken grounded out back in the first inning, a 6-3 putout. That one was as Cam Zabel is awaiting on deck. 2-0, the throw back to first base, and Cherrick is back in there safely. And I was watching Lemansky as well on that throwback. He did not do much there over at third base.
No, he's only going to do anything if the ball gets away.
Here's the 2-0, and that pitch was way outside. What a catch behind the plate by Bennett Cagle.
That was yanked by Mellon. And I've been watching also into the Mosinee dugout. Nahuda is back in there. It looks like he's loose and ready to go. And he went back, I think, back by where the clubhouse area is. Just probably get loose for shot. So I'm starting to think he might start the fourth and get a clean inning.
Here's the 3-0, and He just watches this one go by for a strike. 3-1 here to Brady Locken. And you were talking about Nahuda. He pitched the 1 1/3 inning.
Yeah, 4 up, 4 down.
It was very clean against Lacrosse Logan yesterday. Here comes the 3-1, and Mello missed it down and away. And the bases for the Mosinee Indians are now loaded. Many situations we have seen here today where the bases have been loaded. This is Mosinee's first where they get that.
And Coach Newton adjusting his defense. He's going to have the infield play to pull, outfield playing slightly to pull as well. He double played up, someone up the middle corners will play in to try and cut that run down.
And Cameron Zabel, we'll see if he can step up in a big moment here after he takes first pitch from Mello for a strike. And Stefan Mello trying to stay Mello in there at the mound, and what a pitch there. Off speed really froze Zabel there as he is down 0-2.
I haven't seen too many curveballs from Stefan Mello so far in this one, and that was his best one of the day, and he now is up big on Zabel, and he can go to almost anything with this one.
With one out here, tries to go back with the curveball, and he got him from the back door.
Yeah, front door curveball.
Or the front door, yeah.
Locked it up, and just got it back over the inside corner, and Zabel couldn't have done anything with it anyway. He could have tried to get the hands in and foul it off, but that was a perfectly executed pitch by Mello, and now it's up to Fondry.
Back-to-back curveballs from Mello as he goes with the fastball here, fouled off of Fondry's bat. Fondry struck out his first time up. That was in the first inning of this one, and by the way the pattern's going here, if Fondry is out here, these innings would almost be identical with the first and third innings for Mosinee. The only exception would be the runs that they score. 0-1 here on Carter.
And plenty of speed on the base paths.
Another curveball, found it right in there, and
that drew some ire from the third base side, the Mosinee fan base. Very top of the zone. The high strike has been there today. It has been there all game long.
Here comes the 0-2 on Fondry. Up into right field and tracking on it and making the play is Lavelli for the out. So Mosinee, their first time with the bases loaded, just like the Crusaders, can't execute a single run up on the board. And the score remains 3-2 after the 3 are stranded. And that big throwout from Bennett Cagle on Keegan Jershley could be a big-time play in this game as we head to inning number 4 in the Division II State Championship here on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot. People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Just about halfway home here in Appleton, Wisconsin. Top of the 4th inning, about to kick off in this Division II State Championship game. It's a 3-2 lead for the Mosinee Indians. Today's game is presented by Egg Country. Egg Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. From loans and leases to crop insurance and tax and records, they have you covered. Contact Egg Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. And another one of our playoff sponsors here for today, Four Seasons. Four Seasons Heating and Air Conditioning is a proud sponsor of Mosinee Athletics. Four Seasons has been serving the Mosinee, Wisconsin area for over 38 years. With our fully insured services, we guarantee you only high-quality heating and cooling that you deserve. Visit fourseasonshc.net today. And Keegan Jerschley is back on the mound again, pitching to Brady LaValle, first pitch in their first strike.
9-1-2 for Edgewood, and was almost certainly to be the last inning for Keegan Jerschley. He comes in at 85 pitches. Nahuda getting loose again, and he will likely be the next one up.
Fastball in there for a strike after the second pitch missed, so it's a 1-2 count here on LaValle, and he flew out back in the second of this game. LaValle hanging in there in the count right off of Obremski's mask.
In and out of the glove. He tried to squeeze it.
So the count remains 1-2 to the right fielder, the 9-hitter in the lineup here for the Crusaders, as he hits this one right over our heads, and it bounces all the way back to those front seats in the student sections, mainly of the Crusaders there. Here's the 1-2 from Jerschley, and swung on just off the tip of the bat, and LaValle hanging in there with the pitch count. And as Jerschley's pitches continue, he is about to hit that 100-pitch threshold. Fouled back again.
Just keep an eye, that was 91. It was already a 6-pitch at bat.
These Edgewood hitters have been very patient in the box, and they've been making contact consistently here today. Only 4 strikeouts for Jerschley, and calling on it, diving for it. A very scary play out there in very shallow left field. Yurkovsky makes the catch, but probably shouldn't have been that tough to make that catch, but maybe the sun was playing some tricks on the fielders here.
His son was playing definitely tricks. Yurkovsky, or Klinsky backing out, got called off late. Yurkovsky, hockey teammates.
Good communication between the two. This is a base hit up the middle for Jack Halloran, and he has his first hit of the ball game after striking out twice.
The catcher, Bennett Cagle.
So a runner on first base for Bennett Cagle, and Cagle, he has walked both of his times up, and Jerschley
93
now on 93 pitches. Close to the end of the line for the senior as this pitch gets away from Obremski, and that will be an extra 90 feet there for Halloran. He has some speed out there as well.
And that's a play that Obremski kind of olayed. He tried to backhand that spiked fastball, and he couldn't pick it, and it just got past. And again, wild pitch, tying a run at second.
1-0 fastball outside corner, just missed.
It's down and away.
2-0 here on Cagle. He is yet to have a fully recorded at-bat, being walked twice, and a fastball missed inside. And Jerschley now has a 3-0 count. And Cagle, he has a few pitches that he can play with here.
Yeah, I think Cagle taken all the way again.
Fastball, spiked it again, down low, Obremski able to make the catch that time, and Cagle reaches first base, and Keegan Jerschley is probably going to deal with his last batter.
The batter's shortstop,
Preston 98 says Younter will check in, so.
Cagle still has not had a recorded at-bat, as he now has 3 walks.
They look over to make sure, see if Nahuda's ready. So, barring a 1-pitch out, this will be Jerschley's final batter.
One down. Here in the 4th, Jerschley, a fastball. So this is his last batter.
That's number 99.
Last batter of his Mosinee pitching career. He'll be playing college ball in the next year as well. Steps off the mound.
And he would love to get a ground ball here to try and just get out of this. And as timeout was called, Coach Shoon's going to go and talk to Oucher and probably tell him, hey, this is his last batter. Make it count, get him out of this game, and get him in a tie game or behind if he can find a gap.
10 base runners in this game for the Crusaders.
Just 4 hits, so it's been a hit batter, walks.
It's been a tough day on the mound for Jershly, but he is surviving. 0-1, he puts this one into the gap. This might tie the game. And the throw from Yurkovsky gets cut off by Filipiak. And we are tied here in Appleton as Halloran scores the tying run. It's an RBI single for Preston Yautcher.
And Coach Olson heading out. He makes the call, and that'll be it for Keegan Jershly.
So with that being the final run for Jershly, we'll wait to see him exit, and we'll see the standing ovation hear the standing ovation from the Mosinee faithful as his pitching time with the Indians has concluded, and he'll make the move to shortstop more than likely. But we'll let you guys take a listen to this. Zachary Nahuda will try to put things and string things together for these Mosinee Indians. Runners are at first and second here for the Crusaders as he will throw his warm-up pitches.
Yeah, as Nahuda, again, he was perfect through 4 batters yesterday to close the game out, including a big strikeout in the 6th inning, then 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. He's been a reliable arm all year long. He'll be like the ace of the staff next year as only a junior. And he's going to come in with a big spot. The cleanup man, Myers, coming to the plate. Jershly got through 3 1/3. Gave 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Responsible for both base runners over on first and second. He'll go to short. Kuklinski will go to second. Zabel will go over to third. Filipiak out of the game now.
And Keegan Jershly, I'm totaling up his line here. 4 strikeouts on the day, 5 walks, 5 hits, 3 runs. We're still going to wait on that earned run total, but 5 walks from Keegan Jershly. Something you just don't see too often. We do call him a wild pitcher, but today this was more wild than anything that we have seen throughout his time pitching here in his senior year at Mosinee.
Yeah, and again, he'll go to short, so go back to a good defensive spot. And not only just 5 walks, he also hit a batter, and he had so many guys run into a deep counts, 3-0 counts, full counts, and also good props to Edgewood for fouling off a lot of 2-strike pitches and making him have a bunch of 6, 7, 8, 9 pitch at bats over the course of these 3 1/3 innings. But now it's going to be up to Nahuda to try and get out of this inning and keep this game tied. As this inning will mark the halfway point of the game.
And Seth Myers is the batter at the plate, the lefty, batting .368. He was the batter who got hit by that pitch from Jershly on that calf on his left side his last time up. And now we got a player in a pickle here. And he dives or slides in, and the tag is applied by Cameron Zabel for the out. So that is one way to get the out here.
Trying to time the move to the plates was Cagle, and by the time he did, Nahuda still said he just looked over, stepped off, and the very rare 1-5 put out over at third is count as a caught stealing.
Yeah, exactly. The 1-5. So Cameron Zabel, he got moved over to third base here.
He's played almost all year. When Jershly's not pitching, he's been at third base.
And I believe Filipiak, he is done with his fielding time for the Indians. Jershly, he is at short, and the throw back to first almost had him. Going out too far there was Preston Yautcher, but he was able to scramble back as Obremski was able to make the throw. 2-1 the count here on Myers with 2 down. here for Nahuda. And Nahuda doesn't throw as hard as Jershly does. That looked like a really good pitch.
Yep.
And he was asking home plate umpire Mike Kaiser.
Yeah, Obremski turned around and asked. It was a breaking ball that spun down and in just barely. They'll get a new baseball in. That one might have some scuff on it or something, but it was close. It was very, very close, and Myers may have gotten bailed out. It's tough to tell from where we're at a slight angle where we sit.
The Crusaders still staying patient, even with a new pitcher on the mound. That ball is slapped down that first base line. Well foul, though.
Yeah, look out in the coaching box over at first base.
So it's a full count now. 3-2, 2 out. The runner on first base. It's a one-run inning here for the Crusaders. We're tied at 3, and Nahuda bounced this one behind Myers. Obremski did all he could to just stop the ball from getting away, which was a very smart move because with 2 outs, that runner, he is going to gun for it to second base.
Full count runner was in motion. If Obremski somehow doesn't backhand pick, I don't know how he did it. It's first and third.
I'm just surprised he was able to see the ball because it went behind Myers there.
It spiked so far in front of the plate that he probably saw it right away, and there's a base hit to
So
center.
a reset things, and it's a base hit for Stephen Mello, and the throw-in is cut off, and it is an RBI single for Stephen Mello as the Crusaders take control of the lead, their first lead here in the ball game.
And then you can officially close the book on Keegan Jershly. 4 runs, all earned on 5 hits, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. Get a courtesy runner as well for the pitcher will be Alex Shep.
It's an RBI base hit for Stephen Mello, and the starting pitcher here for Edgewood stepping up big time at the plate to take the lead. And what a momentum shift we have seen. Just the amount of base runners for Edgewood. This one gets grounded over to Jershly as he underhand tossed it to Kuklinski for out number 3. But 2 runs go up on the board here for the Crusaders. It's an RBI base hit from Preston Yaucher and an RBI base hit to take the lead from Stephen Mello. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, it's 4-3 in this Division II state championship game here on Zaleski Sports.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
At Nicolet Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolet Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Welcome back live here in Appleton. It is the Division II State Championship here on Zaleski Sports. Brendan Retzloff and Mike Wendlandt here for our coverage today. And today's game is brought to you by Lifestyle Tax and Accounting. Lifestyle Tax and Accounting, LLC, is a proud sponsor of Mosinee Athletics, providing income, tax preparation, as well as bookkeeping and payroll for businesses big or small. We take all. Visit lifestyletaxllc.com and by Wood Street Rentals. No matter the job, big or small, look to Wood Street Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done. offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivery to any job site. Look to Wood Street Rentals in Stevens Point. Ben Schley leads things off here. First pitch swinging, and it is caught in right field by Lavelli for out number 1.
And Mosinee again not wasting any time. Schley swinging at the first pitch. Got jammed. And a nice running catch out and right. When we saw yesterday when we were here watching before the Mosinee lacrosse loading game, Edgewood extremely good defensively. The error in the start of the game by Myers is notwithstanding. They might be the best defensive team here at the state tournament. They have been absolutely outstanding with the glove.
I mean, I believe it. If there was a play featured on the SportsCenter top 10 coming from this team from yesterday, they definitely have the talent to make it to this point, and they are very well deserving as they have a 4-3 lead. Elliot Yurkovsky dealing with a 1-1 count here. Swing, foul tip.
And that play was made. It was Jesberg over at third base. He picked it on a backhand, falling over, and from his keister, he threw it all the way across in time. It ended an inning and kept them ahead 4-3. It was a game-saving play. It was absolutely outstanding as there's a pop-up. Looks like it will get out of play.
Just over that net into the first couple of rows. Great view down there as well for those fans here at this state tournament. But you're talking about that play by Jasperger. It was outstanding. It's something you don't see from a high schooler. That's typically a major league type of level play. 1 and 2. Fouled off again.
Down over toward the parking lot, and I'm looking down the baselines. I don't see DePere here yet for the D1 game, but I do see Sun Prairie East. They're down by the Mosinee fans watching the game just past the dugout. The Cardinals and the Redbirds will be battling for the Division I title.
This ball, a little blooper. This might fall, and it's actually caught over there in left field by Henry Bishop. He got a really good jump on that one right off the end of the bat of Yurkovsky for out number 2, but these Mosinee hitters from 4 all the way to 9, they have not been able to get any hits on the board, and it's really been hurting them compared to the Crusaders, who have had 14 base runners in this game. Fastball taken inside for strike here on Kuklinski. Mello delivers one in there, fouled right off the end of the bat, and already down 0-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th are the Indians. Mello, he is most definitely lived up to his last name. He's been Mello on the mound here today.
And with the divergence.
And a call, strike 3 on the swing and miss from Kuklinski as he shakes his head going to the dugout. And look at this, the Crusaders are firing up that crowd. I know you guys can't see, but they are explosive out here in Appleton with a 4-3 lead headed to inning number 5 here on this Division II State Championship Thursday here on Zaleski Sports.
I'm State Representative John Spiros. I've been on the front lines fighting against the radical, woke agenda, which is trying to tear apart our state and our families. Dangerous policies like defunding the police, open borders, and runaway taxes. As a veteran and former police officer, I know how important upholding the rule of law is for our communities. That's why I've stood up against radical ideas and held the line against the free-spending liberals in Madison. In the August 13th primary, I'm asking for your vote to keep a proven conservative working for us in Madison. After all, if you don't vote to protect our liberties, who will?
Vote John Spiros for State Assembly. Paid for by Spiros for Assembly.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
And we are back live in Appleton. We welcome all of our viewers watching, whether it's from here in the state or out of state or even out of the country. We invite everybody to join us here on this Championship Thursday here on Zaleski Sports. Today's game is presented by Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm has everything you need for summer fun on the water. Check out their huge selection of kayaks, water towables, fishing gear, and more. Shop in store or at a store near you or online at fleetfarm.com. That first pitch of the at-bat to Davis Halbleib in there for a strike from Nehuda. 0-1 here on Halbleib. Halbleib chops one right down the first base line foul, and Davis, he's had himself a pretty good day in that third inning to give the the first 2 runs of the game.
It's probably the swing of the game at this point, that single that just got a piece of Kuklinski's glove.
And Halbleib puts this one over in there in left field, and it's dropped by Yurkovsky. And that is a rare mistake from Mosinee. I'm not sure
tripped
what happened with him there.
He was looking up, and then he tripped over his own shoes, or the turf monster got him, and he just fell. He fell, and he tried to hang on the way down to catch it as he was in the right spot, and it just clanked and fell to the ground. Just one of those bizarre plays that you don't see very often. As he was tripped and fell.
And it looked like a routine play for Elliott out there, and now he's got to recoup and keep his mental game in there. It's still only a 1-run game, but that is a huge base runner. After that error, as he's on second base, popped up to Fondry, and he's got to fight off the sun, and he makes the catch for the out as Jesberger is retired, and Brady Lavelli will be the next to step up to the plate here for the Crusaders.
And we're actually going to get a pinch hitter. It's going to be Henry Gill.
Henry Gill steps up for Brady Lavelli here. Lavelli, he was only batting around 170 on the year. Henry Gill, he's got a .313 batting average, and also a senior for the Crusaders. So Coach Newton giving him an at-bat here, and this could be a big-time hit for a guy stepping in as a pinch hitter here. First pitch in there, looked like a curveball there coming from Nehuda, and it was a beautiful one.
Actually buckled Gill in the box. Guy comes in to pinch in. You start him off with a first pitch curveball.
Another one in there, and this could fall. It's fading away between the gap. It goes, and Lemansky bobbles it in center, and 1 run will score. It is an RBI single coming from Henry Gill to give the Crusaders a 5-3 lead in the 5th, and their hitters, they just keep hitting those bats well.
Just well placed into the right center field gap, and Halbleib missed home plate originally, came back and then stomped on it to make sure that he got the run across, and now we go right back to the top of the order. Gill, the pinch hitter, does his job exactly how he was supposed to, driving in that run. It'll be an unearned run after the error.
First pitch in there to Halloran. Back to the top of the order again for the Crusaders. Third time in the batting order, takes a strike.
Actually,
or the fourth time through the batting order. Yeah, meant to say 4 there. Getting a little behind with the numbers, but he's batting .393, and in his 3 appearances he's made, he's 1 for 3 in this game. Had a hit back in the 4th.
That was a key hit as well. Bring that run,
and this one gloved by Jershly, the diving play, and it is not caught over at second base by Kuklinski, and the errors just keep piling up here on Mosinee here in the 5th.
Well, that was an awesome play by Jershly on diving on the backhand to keep it on the infield, and they had the play at second, and we'll see how they rule that. Looks like they're going to rule that a hit.
If Jershly doesn't make the stop, diving for it, it's a base hit easily.
For sure, it's a ball. It's got to be caught at second base, though. Either way, first and second.
And first pitch, once again in there to Bennett Cagle for a strike. Bennett, he still has not had it recorded at bat. He's walked 3 consecutive appearances. Second pitch of the at-bat, missed it outside.
And it looked like it fooled everybody. Obremski setting up outside. It leaked back over toward the corner. Must have been just a touch up.
The Crusaders now at 8 hits. Here in this game, they do rule it as a base hit for Halloran. So he's got his second hit of the game in 4 appearances. And this one goes right off the snow cone part of the glove for Obremski, and the base runners advance 90 feet. And things are just uncharacteristic right now with these Mosinee Indians.
Yeah, that's the one that's on Obremski. He just took his eye off it, closed the glove too early, passed the ball, and now the infield's got to come in.
Takes one in there for a strike. It's a 3-2 count.
And now this is a huge pitch. You got to do everything you can. The minimum Halloran cannot score.
Lots of momentum towards the Crusaders right now. Down the left field line. It is a fair ball from Cagle. And Cagle will have a 2-run double. And the lead just keeps growing for the Crusaders. They are up to 7 now. 7-3 here in Appleton.
Drawn in infield right down the line. Just hugging the foul line fair and all the way into the corner. Cagle with that double. And I just said you can't let Halloran score, and then a perfectly placed swing will draw a meeting. Coach Olsen just calm his guys down. They've had an error in the inning. Probably should have had a second one on the drop at second base that ends up costing them a run. As Mosinee they just need to settle in, calm down, as 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth. Momentum fully on the side of Edgewood here with their 3-hitter up in Youcher and their best RBI man. And now with the runner on second and just 1 out, now the task goes, make sure he doesn't score.
And that is a very good point. If you're Mosinee, you just can't allow any more base runners here. There's just full-on momentum for the Crusaders. It's only been the first inning for the Mosinee Indians that has been by far the cleanest defensively. That second inning, they left the bases loaded, and this ball's hit sharply right through the glove of Zabel, but that ball is hammered by Youcher, and the base runners are now on the corners here, still with only 1 out. So the meeting didn't really do too much here, as Youcher, he put a rope on that one.
And I think that'll be a hit as well. That ball was absolutely scorched. Zabel didn't even have time to get in front of it. It is rolled a base hit. Now at the corners.
Mosinee, they got their backs up against the wall here, as
there's another hit.
It is another base hit from Seth Myers. And the Crusaders are just firing on all cylinders, offensively and defensively. It's an 8-3 ball game, and runners are now at first and second after Lemansky bobbled his time trying to pick it up, and Myers is on second base because of that error.
A 4-run inning. This is very similar to what I saw yesterday, sitting here in the stands watching the Sun Prairie East against Oak Creek. Just as the innings went on, they started just getting better and better swings.
A swing and a miss here from Stefan Mello, and these Crusaders, they have a very likely chance of batting the order. Jershly fields it in. The throw to Obremski at home, and he is out. Probably a
contact play was on.
A good idea to try to force some pressure on Mosinee, since they've been making plenty of mistakes. But that time, Obremski was able to glove it, and Youcher, he was gunned down at home plate. Runners at the corners here with 2 outs.
As we'll get the courtesy runner again in Shep.
Courtesy runner at first base.
But yeah, going on contacts, why not? You got a 5-run lead, chance to make it 6, and he made it close. The throw beat him by plenty. but he tried to swim move across at the plate, and Obremski stood strong and made the tag. It was a very easy out call. But Strunner still at the corners, and Locken going and talk to Nahuda. And this is a one, again, with that lead, 2 outs, this might be where Shep is in motion and trying to draw a throw and get that run in from third.
Bishop batting .345, and he's got a base hit. Also took a walk here in this game, takes first pitch for a strike from Nahuda. Nahuda's curveball, it's been there on a few occasions, but it's been the fastball that has really been getting hit off of with these Crusaders hitters. Fastball just missed the corner of the plate. 1-1 the count, and Bishop, he would be the 9th hitter here in the order for the Crusaders here in the 5th. As this ball gets belted into left field, and that's going to drop, and that's going to be another run on the scoreboard as the courtesy runner slides into third, and Bishop also slides into second. He has an RBI double, and the Crusaders have batted the order here in the 5th.
Yeah, batting around a 5-run inning, and they might not be done yet. And I think that's going to be it for Nahuda.
A 5 spot put on Zachary Nahuda here in the 5th inning.
It looks like Lemansky's going to be coming in.
Everything.
Sherrick out to the outfield.
Everything right now is just going towards Edgewood's way. Mosinee trying to just keep things within a reach, but down by 6 runs. That almost has to feel like forever, considering your 4 to 9 hitters don't have a single hit in this game. It's only been the 1, 2, and 3 for Mosinee, so it's going to be a very tough comeback, if anything, but you have to give so much credit to Edgewood and how they strategized this game, being patient with their at-bats, making contact, and they've only struck out 4 times in this ball game, and they have gone through the order pretty close to 4 times now. It's just been complete control here for the Crusaders.
Yeah, they've been great. It's the only way to describe it. Their offense has been everything you would want it to be as a coach or as a Crusader fan. They've been patient. They've been able to work their walks. And then when they have gotten fastballs in the zone, they've been making hard contact. 12 hits, and a couple of errors as well have definitely not helped Mosinee as well. There's on the other side, you look at the defense for Edgewood outside of the ground ball to start the first on Jershly. They have been exceptional, and it's one of those games where it's going to take a monumental comeback, and it's going to have to start with this batter. You need to leave these guys out. You get out of this inning. Hellblieb hitting for the 2nd time this inning. Lemansky's going to have to get out of this, get his team back in the dugout, and try and get things going. As they're just going to have 9 outs to work with to try and get at least 5 runs, depending on how this goes.
And Mosinee, they have had a total of 7 base runners in this game, which it's a good amount to have through 4 innings of hitting. But Edgewood, they have had 19 base runners in this game, and that has been just the huge reason as to why this team is up 9-3 right now, sitting on 12 hits. Only 1 error, too. Mosinee, they've had a couple of mistakes that they have made that they really wish that they could have back here, as Davis Hellblieb takes ball 2 here from Lemansky.
And both errors this inning. Defensive changes. Yurkovsky in center. Cherrick over in left.
That time, he was able to deliver a strike here on Hellblieb. And Davis, he had the big hit to really get things going in this game for the Crusaders, as this pitch gets away from Obremski, and he lost it, and he kind of just trotted towards the ball and just gave up on it.
That was one where I don't think he knew where it was right away, and then by that point it was too late. But yeah, it wasn't. That was one where I don't think there would have been a play, but it's one you got to go after a little bit harder, and Lemansky's got to also get to the plate and cover. But you can tell it's been a demoralizing inning. 6 runs in now after that wild pitch, and then a walk.
And, yep, a walk. And this inning for Mosinee has had to feel like the entire COVID year where they just didn't get to play any baseball, which would feel like a very long time.
This has been just a nightmare inning. But there's still time. There's still 3 innings of hitting left for Mosinee. And they need, barring Jesperger doing something here, but they need to get out and get back into the dugout.
The first time that Mosinee has trailed this entire playoffs. They didn't give up a single run up until the sectionals, and that was against Notre Dame last week. And all of a sudden, they are down by 7 runs, and they don't know what it's like to play so far behind. The only time they were so far behind was one of the first games that I got to do with this team, as that one's fouled off. And that was when they played against Stratford on senior night, but Coach Adam Olson just decided to have every single senior go in there and pitch against Stratford, and
that's the only time
they just had fun.
That's the only time they've allowed 10 in a game this year. The only other time in a game was 8 against Merrill earlier this year. Other than that, it's been good defenses pop up.
This ball's popped up by Jesperger and calling on it, I'm not sure who, and Mosinee just lets the ball fall in the field, and communication just isn't there, and a lot of frustration is going on right now with the team in the violet. As another run is on the board. It's 11-3.
Yeah, that's one somebody's got to grab, whether it's Fondry or Yurkovsky or Kuklinski or Jershly. Jershly had to cover a lot of ground, but one of those other 3 guys has to make that play. No way around it.
Mosinee right now, this inning has just been so many mental errors, physical mistakes. It's just been such a battle, and they just want to get back in that dugout and start hitting again. But the Crusaders, they are really taking advantage of every single miscue from the Indians.
And that goes down as a hit as well, because it wasn't touched. It's just an uncharacteristic inning that we haven't seen from Mosinee.
And a big swing and a miss, and down goes Gill as Obremski was able to maintain.
That ball's live.
Actually, the ball is live as we have Jershly, Obremski, and Zabel exiting.
Yeah, they're saying Jershly made the tag, or I think he said Obremski made the tag to secure it.
I kept watching home plate umpire Mike Heiser, and he signaled the out. It wasn't an emphatic one that he signaled. I'm sure, just like a lot of other people, they're thinking, man, this inning's just going and going. But that was it could have been a very big scare there for Mosinee. 7 runs put up on the board by the Crusaders going through the order and more. It's the Division II state championship game as we head to the bottom of the 5th. 11-3, Edgewood over Mosinee here on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Bottom of the 5th, live here in Appleton on Zaleski Sports. A 20-minute top half of the inning. And today's game is presented by Foundation Finance. Start a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group with full-time benefits that start day one. Learn more at foundationfinance.com. and Back Is Family Chiropractic. Back Is Family Chiropractic in Rothschild provides personalized chiropractic care in a family-oriented atmosphere. They can help any age patients from just a few days old to the moms and dads trying to keep up with the kids. No matter what your issue is and what your body is battling with, from migraines and anxiety to stress or a wide variety of youth issues, let Back Is Family Chiropractic give you back the life you deserve. It
was a nightmare inning, but now you turn the corner. You've got to get the offense back going. You have to score this inning.
8-run ball game, and Mosinee has a big hill to climb here.
And Mello's been good outside of the top 3 hitters.
Both of these teams in their first ever state championship appearance, and Edgewood has been looking so good here in this game, and Jershly fouls this one off. That might have got somebody there in the seats. Hopefully they're okay.
I think it got off the net of the dugout potentially, but it was either way. This is, you got your 3 best hitters up who have been the offense so far today. Jershly, Lemansky, Obremski. You got to do something here.
Here's the 1-2, and Jershly. This ball curves around the outside part of the plate. Ball 2.
And coming off the field also after that inning, Mosinee fans got on their feet trying to encourage their guys.
And a swing and a miss from Jershly, and he is retired for the first time here today. And that is a huge strikeout, as Jershly, he's known as one of the best players, if not the best player on this team.
And a guy who doesn't strike out often, and it was a beautiful curveball by Stefan Mello that got him, and now Lemansky. And
Lemansky is able to hit this one hard. This will be extra bases into the 405 gap. Wow. This could be an inside the Parker. We'll see what happens. Lemansky, he's got the go sign. Here comes the throw to the plate, and Lemansky has it inside the park. Home run. And that is a way to get something going for the Mosinee Indians. It gets this crowd on their feet. The Edgewood crowd not most thrilled about that one.
They're not worried. They're up by 7, and that is all on Coach Olson. Obviously a great swing by Lemansky hitting one that would have been out of most ballparks. But Coach Olson wasting no time putting the windmill on to send him home, knowing that his team needed a spark. He very easily could have held him at third. You got a base runner. You got Obremski up. You can start to try and chip away, but he wanted to make a statement with his guys, telling him that you can come back in this game. So he sends Lemansky around, and the throw was up the line. There was no chance of throwing him out. And good hustle as well by Lemansky.
Anytime a ball will reach that gap, as Obremski hits one over to second, and the play is made over there for out number 2. But Lemansky, with a big inside the park solo shot. But anytime you can hit a ball in that gap, you are talking a double easily, very likely to be a triple, and then every once in a while to go for it all, to round all of those bases like Lemansky just did. As Brady Locken takes his first pitch downstairs for ball 1.
And there's one run. They would like to get some more here. 2-out rally.
Locken fouls this one off, and Brady, he's got a walk here in the game, 0 for 1 in this one, and these are the hitters now for Mosinee that really need to step up. 4 through 9, not a single hit in the game, and only 1 base runner, and that was that walk to Locken in the 3rd. 2-1 the count here. Mello from the stretch. Fastball, just missed it. Looked like a pretty good pitch. Might have been just too high. 3-1 the count.
Yeah, fastball up there, Locking a good eye. They've been swinging at that one today.
From the stretch. Here it comes from Mel. That one caught the outer part of the plate.
And caught the corner. Another fastball, and now full count. A chance for Mello to limit it to just the home run. And he'll take that if he can get out of this inning with just the 1.
3-2. Here it comes. Fastball right off the inside part of the bat from second base. The throw to first from Halbleib is in time. And Mello and the rest of the infielders for Edgewood hyping up that crowd once more to just shake off the inside the park home run from Taylor Lemansky. It's an 11-4 ball game. 7 runs. We'll see if Mosinee can try to climb back and become superior, or will it be the Edgewood Crusaders to be victorious for the first time ever? It's the Division II state championship here on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot. People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
And welcome back live here in Appleton, here at Fox City Stadium at Neuroscience Group Field, everybody. Today's game is presented by Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And by Charlie's Hardware. From home projects, home repairing, to sporting goods, rental services, and automotive, no matter your need, turn to Charlie's Hardware of Mosinee to get the job done. Leave it to Charlie's Hardware, because you've got work to do. It's an 11-4 ball game. Back to the top of the batting order for Jack Halloran. His 5th time coming to the plate here, and we are entering inning number 6 in the ball game. It's just been that kind of day for these Crusaders hitters. First pitch in there for a strike.
And Halloran, who had a couple of tough at-bats to start, including a bases-loaded strikeout that ended the second, he has had a couple of hits since then, and he has lived up to the billing of designated hitter, and he has definitely set the tone at the top of the batting order.
2 for 4 in this game. Takes a strike right at the knees. 1-2. The count here on Halloran. Here it comes from Lemansky as it's fouled off and drifting out of play on that third base side. Look out, fan.
It landed right where Sun Prairie was to begin the game. They moved further up into the shade.
I actually think the fan that was out there to try to make the play was the coach of the girls softball team, Cody Britsky.
It might have been. Yeah, it looks like it is Coach Britsky out there. The softball team bringing back a silver trophy as well last week. And I also see DePere now watching as well. So both Division I teams are here.
Here's the 2-2 right off the end of the bat. Had a funky sound to it. Zabel to throw it first in time. So Halloran goes down for the first out here in the 6th.
Yeah, right off a handle, just a jam shot. And he was so off balance with it that it rolled to third. It had a really funky spin too, so Zabel a good play to maintain it and make a good throw.
Good curveball in there from Lemansky on the first pitch here to Bennett Cagle. And Cagle, he has not gotten out yet in this game. Walked 3 times and had a double in that 5th inning to really kick things off for the Crusaders. Fastball caught the inside corner, 1-2.
If you're a Crusader fan, you're loving this because he's back next year. He's a junior.
And he is good. A .419 batting average from Bennett, and we've also seen him make fantastic plays behind the plate.
He threw out Keegan Jersley. That's an impressive feat in and of itself. And he is definitely a guy who's going to be getting plenty of awards, not only after this game, if this holds, but also next year as well. He is an outstanding player for the Crusaders.
It's a full count here now on Bennett. This would be walk number 4. And indeed, it is. How about a 4-walk game, Mike?
It's not unheard of.
How about 4 walks in 6 innings?
That's impressive enough, as apparently Booker T is coming to the plate, as they've been going through wrestling themes for Waka music throughout the past couple of games.
A way to be interactive with these fans over here at Fox City Stadium, and just on a day like today here on Championship Thursday, even though the scoreboard right now doesn't show that things are close, everyone's still enjoying their time out here at this park, as this ball is hit well right in there to Cherrick in left field for the second out of the inning.
That's another ball that was squared up, hit absolutely on a line by Yautner, who's had himself a pretty good game as well. But Cherrick, good read to come in and make the play, as the sun a little bit less of an issue than it was really 20 minutes ago. But a good job battling, as Lemansky looking to put up the first 0 since the second inning.
Just past the, I would like to call it the evening hour, being past 5 o'clock here.
Yeah, it's dinner time somewhere.
Seth Myers at the plate here with 2 outs, and this would be a huge inning if Mosinee can just get out of this thing scoreless and really break that very huge 3 runs of all those 11 runs for the Crusaders. 11 unanswered.
Well, they had 11 unanswered. They mostly did get that one back, but it was 11 unanswered. Again, it was 2 scoreless for Jersey in the first and second. He did leave them loaded in the second, but then 2 runs in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 7 in that fifth, and there's another walk.
And it's a 4-pitch walk to Seth Myers. So not back-to-back walks, but through 3 batters, 2 of those being walks from Lemansky, and Stephen Mello will now come to the plate. And
yeah, he had what would right now I think be the go-ahead RBI.
He delivered big time back in that 4th inning to take the lead in this game, and then he had one in the 5th as well, as Jersley is able to make the catch, lined out right to Keegan for out number 3 of the inning. And it's a 11-4 game, 13 hits in this ball game for Edgewood. Mosinee sitting at 6 with the 4 runs. Headed to the bottom of inning number 6. Zabel will lead things off for Mosinee. It's the Division II state championship game right here on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Bauer & Find has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Find Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Bottom of inning number 6, right here on Zaleski Sports at the Neuroscience Group Field at Fox City Stadium. It's an 11-4 lead for the Edgewood Crusaders over the Mosinee Indians in this Division II championship game. And today's game is brought to you by Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. And Cameron Zabel to lead things off in this 6th inning. He is 0 for 2 in this game, as are the rest of the 5 through 9 hitters for the Indians. This could be an infield single, though, and it will be a diving attempt there from Jess Berger at third base. He was able to glove it, but not a throw this time. Not going to make the SportsCenter top 10 on that one.
And that's one where usually the conventional is if the third baseman can get to it, you take it. But that one, when you have to dive like that, it probably would have been better to leave the play for your shortstop, for Youcher. But either way, Isabella aboard with a hit, and that's a good start for Mosinee. They got to find a way to scratch some runs across.
Carter Fondry, the sophomore at the plate here. He struck out and flew out in his appearances, and yeah, this is a way to try to get something going for the purple and white as he takes a curveball in there for a strike from Mello. And
we were talking between innings is about the approaches these teams have taken, whereas Edgewood's been patient. They've been looking for the right pitch, not necessarily the first one, whereas Mosinee, they've been swinging very early in the count. They see a good one, they're going to swing at it, which has been a strategy that has worked for them all year long. But now it has allowed Mello to get into a rhythm, and he has been, outside of really Lemansky, has been dominant.
The strategy and the dynamics in this game from both of these teams, it's just been flip-sided as Fondry puts a good heap into this one, but it's caught over there in pretty deep left field there. The play is made by Henry Bishop for out number 1, so Zabel not able to advance or do anything as Ben Schley will come to the plate. But yeah, we were talking about it. The dynamics between both of these teams. One team attack super early. The other team stay patient and just wait for mistakes to happen. And yeah, Mosinee, the one that's been attacking early, just hasn't been able to get something going. They've had plenty of base runners in this game, just not as many as Edgewood has had. Not even close to as many as Edgewood.
You know, Edgewood with that defense that's been so good. They're playing fairly deep, no doubles for the outfield. They're going to make Mosinee go station to station and manufacture runs as Schley rips one foul. And we also, you talked about some of our sponsors earlier. We've been reading throughout the game. And this is our last high school broadcast of the season. A big thanks goes out to all of our high school sponsors, everyone who is our playoff sponsors who has been with us all year long, supporting us and helping us bring you guys these games always. Of course, we'll have highlights coming through later on from this game and the championship. But we can't say thank you enough for letting us do and letting us be here and watch sports for a living.
Yeah, I can't thank you guys enough. You said it right on the spot there, Mike, as Schley takes a ball down and away. It has been such a fun year getting to cover high school sports, and this is only my second year of doing broadcasting, and this is a job that I feel very lucky and very fortunate to have, and to work alongside with you and many other great employees here at Zaleski. It has just been a thrilling experience. As Schley takes a strike just at the lettering of the uniform. Seemed pretty high, but it's a full count here.
It's been a high zone all game. It's been the top of the zone has been there. It's been called.
And Schley just watches strike 3 go by, and he probably yelled a couple of things in frustration to himself as he's out.
Yeah, he knew it. He was guessing. It looked like he was guessing breaking ball. Fastball was right there, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on the swing. And now 2 outs for Yurkovsky.
And Mosinee, they are down to their final 4 outs, down by 7 runs, and this mountain to make a comeback just seems to get greater and greater as this game continues. And with a pitcher right now in Stefan Mello, who he's had a fantastic year. 2.39 earned run average, 6-2 in his 8 appearances that he has made. This Edgewood team out of the Badger West Conference 22-6 going in to this game. They've just, even though they finished runner-ups in their conference, they have just figured out things at the right time. And how about a time to do it in the state championship where you've put up 11 runs as Yurkovsky chops one over to second base, and the play is made by Halbleib for out number 3. Mosinee down to their final 3 outs as we head to the top of inning number 7. Henry Bishop will lead things off for Edgewood as they are getting steps closer to carrying a gold ball home. It's the Division II state championship here on Zaleski Sports.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot. People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
And welcome back, everybody. Inning number 7, the conclusion in this Division II championship game is about to commence. It's an 11-4 lead for the Edgewood Crusaders over the Mosinee Indians, and they have a chance to tack on some more insurance to feel much more comfortable heading into the bottom of the inning, but they are so close, and they can almost taste that gold ball and a state championship as Henry Bishop will lead things off. Taylor Lemansky continues his work on the mound. Fastball inside, caught almost the handle of the bat.
Well, it was definitely right off the handle. That was right on the hands. Luckily he didn't hit his hands.
I'm surprised Bishop was able to even get a swing on it, and he takes a pitch behind his back.
Breaking ball behind him. That's one way to try and hit the inside corner, but you can't throw it behind the guy.
That's most definitely inside corner. You'd have to have a ton of spin and velocity on a curveball like that.
And I do wonder, obviously, you're not going to concede anything. I do wonder if we'll see in the 7th, if we'll see maybe an at-bat for someone like Ryan Simonis or Garrett Shoup, the 2 seniors not in the lineup.
1-2, and put a good piece of contact on it. There was Bishop, and he's got a base hit in the center field. And the hits just continue for the Crusaders, now up to 15 in this ball game.
And here comes Hableib, I should say, who's had some big moments as well. Again, he had the really big early hit back in the 3rd. That single on the opposite field. He looks to drop a bunt down.
And Hal Blybe, yeah, speaking of that hit that he had in the 3rd, those were the first 2 runs of the ball game.
And it was such a momentum changing play because Kuklinski, he leapt well up in the air. He as high as he could go, and it missed it by maybe a half inch on the glove. If he makes that catch, it's 3-0 bottom 3rd. Who knows what happens, but we say all the time football is a game of inches. baseball very much the same way. A ball down the line, a leaping attempt there, a slip and a fall. Like, it's all the little things that could add up. And it was a Murphy's Law, third inning and a Murphy's Law fifth inning that have really kind of defined this game.
Exactly. What can go wrong will go wrong in a game, and you can say
the hand was forced as well by Edgewood as well for making the swings that they needed.
Absolutely. You can say this in sports. There can be so many ifs, ands, and buts as this one's popped up, and a good sliding catch there by Shirk in left field. So Hal Bleib, he is retired for the first out here of this inning. But as I was talking about, there's so many ifs and ands and buts to the world of sports. And at the end of the day, it's which team can play the best. Both teams, they always put effort into games, but it just comes down to who plays the best. And situations, they just can fall that the way that they do it just depends how you respond. You can almost quote Rocky. It's not about how hard you get hit. It's how hard you can get back up after taking the punch. Speaking of punches, a throw from Obremski goes right into the elbow of the base runner, Bishop. So
he steals second. It was a swing and a miss, I thought. So
it's a 0-2 count here. Scoreboard had 1-1, but 0-2 the count here on Jessberger.
Chance to add on here with Bishop over at second.
One down here in the seventh, and Jessberger will definitely get it done as this goes into the gap.
That could be three.
And this is big-time trouble. Jessberger, not the fastest runner. He's going to stay put there at second base, and he has an RBI double. And Carson Jessberger is 2 for 5 here in this ball game.
As they had a pitcher warming up, it looks like, for Edgewood as well for the seventh, potentially. I think that was number 14, potentially. I couldn't tell if that was, or no, it was number of the teens. I knew that much. As we're going to have Golden Port pinch running for Jessberger, so he's going to get some time on the Fox City Stadium. A senior will run.
And this is the thing that you would do now if you're Coach Richard Newton, Adam Olson. Get your seniors out there in a game. I mean, if you're Mosinee, like, you're down by 8 runs currently, inning still to continue, so we don't know how much the difference will be.
You're still going to play to the end. You're not going to concede. You're going to play as hard as you can to try and get the comeback going, but I do think we might see an at-bat from Simonis at least, I think, potentially in the seventh.
Yeah, it's just the question of how many seniors you're going to see after this fastball's in there for a strike on Lavelli. Lavelli, his last time up, he had an RBI.
Well, he was actually pinch hit for.
That's right. He had the pinch hit for. Thank you for the correction. This is why I have a man sitting next to me doing some other calling.
It was Gill who had hit, and then Lavelli re-entered.
But the 1-2 count here, one down, and a curveball, a low chopper to Jerschley as he side arms it back over to first for the out, and Mosinee to check on the base runner at second. He stays put.
And here's Halloran again.
6 times coming to the plate for Jack Halloran.
Designated hitter Jack Halloran.
To get 6 at-bats in a state championship game, that's a oddity in the world of sports.
And another guy who's going to be back next year for the Crusaders.
Yeah, a junior. Batting .393 in the designated hitter spot, batting leadoff. He struck out his first 2 times, but then he's got a couple of base hits to go along with that in this game, and he takes a strike here. 1-1 here on Jack. Taylor Lemansky trying to get Mosinee out of this 7th inning, which could be likely the last pitches that we will see from Taylor.
And depending on what they do with him at college, it might be his last ones ever. He's such a good outfielder. He can catch a little bit too.
Curveball popped up in the air. Jerschley, he will call for it and make the play. For out number 3, 1 run does go up on the board here for the Crusaders off a couple hits here on this inning. It's a 12-4 ball game here in Appleton. Last chance, last hope. And Mosinee, they got their backs up against the wall. Kuklinski to lead things off here. Then it will be Jershly and Lemansky for the Indians. It's the Division II state championship game. Conclusion and gold ball ceremony coming up on Zaleski Sports.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
And welcome back live here in Appleton, everybody. Mike Wendlandt, Brendan Retzloff, right here. Bottom of inning number 7, the last chance for the Indians. But how about the day from Stephen Mello? Not even just pitching, but also from the batter's box. He had a huge run batted in this game to give the Crusaders the lead, but his pitching has been outstanding as the 9-1 and 2 hitters go up for the Indians.
Yeah, Mello 1 for 5 at the plate, but 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He's limited the damage after that first inning to just the Lemansky inside the park homer, and he has gotten better as the game has gone on, as the first one's fouled off by Kuklinski. He has been everything you'd want in a state championship game. And as he walked out the dugout, I was keeping an eye on him to see if they were going to keep him in the game because they had the bullpen ready just to be in case.
Kuklinski pops this one up. Calling for it. Seems like it'll be the shortstop, and it is. Preston Yaucher for the first out. And the Crusaders are 2 outs away from that first title, and Mosinee running out of time.
Like I was saying, I saw him come out and he took a deep breath, got himself ready, was fired himself up. He looked skyward, and he headed back out there. He knows, and they can feel the presence of that gold trophy coming to Madison.
This first pitch in there, curved it right into the middle of the plate for a strike as Jershly watched it go by. It's 0-1 here on Keegan.
And it looks like the final swing of Jershly's career.
And a little chopper, and he tries to beat it out, but he cannot. It was a bang-bang play over there at first base with the speed of Jershly. What a throw executed.
Yaucher, just we said the defense for Edgewood. That play was way harder than he made it look. That was
with a ground ball. With a ground ball going that slow, it is so hard to be able to attack it. And it's just a cherry right on top for the Crusaders. Taylor Lemansky, 1 more out for Edgewood, and they can most definitely taste it. A 1-0 count as this one is in there for a strike.
And you know Lemansky would love to get Obremski 1 more at bat in the purple and white.
Obremski has a home run in this game as Lemansky fouls this one off. And the Edgewood crowd getting on their feet.
1 more strike.
Holding out
the school flag.
The school flag. What an appearance. Mello steps off. Here he comes from the stretch. Here it is. A curveball just fouled off by Lemansky to hang in there at 1-2 as Cherrick has to go grab the baseball that was fouled off here by Lemansky. Here it is. The 1-2 just missed it
down
outside. Just a little low as well, yes. The anticipation building. The 2-2 upstairs. And getting that last out probably is the hardest.
And if you watched our highlight from the Division 4 game that Jason Zaleski filmed from Oliva Shrum, he always asked, the last out is always the hardest.
3-2, here it comes. Lemansky fouls it off. A good battle here.
Whether it's a no-hitter, a championship, a walk-off, the last out will always be the one you remember forever.
Big moments here in Appleton. A 12-4 lead. Here it comes.
All four.
Fastball up high, and Mosinee will live another batter.
And it'll be Gavin Obremski. So we can say, barring the batting around here with 2 outs, that Taylor Lemansky's last at bat was a home run.
That is true, because the walk doesn't count as a recorded at bat. So
Obremski, who has homered in this game as well, will step in.
Here's the first pitch of the at bat. Fastball down in the dirt, gets away, and Lemansky will go to second base. And Cagle, he doesn't have any reason to try to do anything there. You got a very comfortable lead. Let the base runners do whatever they want.
Still play it out, but it's not a huge mistake for a wild pitch.
1-0 from Mello, and fastball well outside. He probably is feeling a lot of jitters, knowing that he just needs one more out to get it. 2-0. Here it comes from Mello. That time it's in there for a strike.
Right at the knees. And 2-1. Hitters count for Obremski here. Big pitch. It's something he'd want to handle. This is something he's probably going to be able to do something with.
The 2-1 down in the dirt and inside. And a good hitters count here for Gavin. Brady Lock-in on deck if Gavin can reach here on this at-bat. Here comes the 3-1 on Obremski.
Oh, look out.
He lined that one right at
the fan was just sitting there
on that first base line, and that fan, he almost had to pull a little bit of Neo from the Matrix.
He somehow got out of the way, but that was
on that one.
Went just past the net. But now full count. 2 outs.
3-2. The crowd clapping, and the pitch inside. Obremski takes a walk, and Mosinee, they are surviving on threads and pin needles at this moment.
I think they said 90 for Mello, so they're going to give him a chance to end this game and go the distance to get through Lock-in. But if Lock-in reaches, they'll probably make a call to get that final out. Just playing hard to the end.
Just past 5:30 here in Appleton. The first pitch of the Division I game was scheduled to be at 6. We'll see what happens here. And now
time called, and
Coach Newton wants to talk some things over.
This was something that Coach Christensen did for Oliva Shrum in the Division 4 game. They were struggling to get that last out. They were up by 10, and he brought them in. He basically said, "Hey, what are you guys going for dinner after the game?" It's those kind of things. Just calm the guys down. You're up by 8. You know Mosinee can hit. You know they're still a very, very good team. They got here for a reason. And it's just tell the guys to relax. You just need one more out. You guys have done this before. You've played baseball for the last 10 years of your life. You know what to do. Now it's time to make a play. And so a good meeting there for Coach Newton to calm his guys down and let Mello battle.
Agreed. A good time to have that meeting, and he delivers a strike in there, and that's definitely Coach Newton calming his guys down, and Mello trying to keep it on the down low right now before Edgewood can start celebrating. Here's the 1-1. Base runners go. No throw will be made, as you would expect in a situation like this.
And Lock-in took a strike. That was right down the middle.
Down to their last strike. Mello from the stretch. The 1-2. Here it is. Lock-in pops it up in the air into the gap, and it gets over the head of the right fielder. Both runs are going to score, and Lock-in's going to make it all the way over to third base with a 2-run double. Don't count Mosinee out yet, I guess, and this might be it for Stephen Mello.
You never count them out until the final out is recorded. And that will be the final pitch that Stephen Mello throws in the maroon and gold of Edgewood. He's going to get a standing ovation from his crowd as he departs this game. And it looks like they're going to bring in the center fielder. That's going to be Jack Bishop, who will pitch. Bishop, who has got a .84 earned run average as a bullpen arm. He hasn't started a single game this year. As a standing ovation for young Stephen Mello, the senior. He gets a huge hug from his coaching staff, gets his glove. He'll go to the outfield to try and help get this final out. So it'll be Bishop.
And a few hugs as well going from Davis Halbleib over on Mello as well. Yep, Mello will be going into the outfield, likely to play center field in the switch here with Jack Bishop.
And a huge hug in the outfield as well for Mello from his outfielders. They know how good he was in this game. He faded at the end. He got tired, definitely. But he's a huge reason why that Mosinee could not score more than the 3 in the first until the game was already almost out of hand.
And they know that they just need one more out in this game. So all of those hugs are definitely so heartfelt between all these guys since they've known each other for the longest time. They've been classmates all throughout their high school time, and then who knows, maybe even
probably
when they were younger too. And in like 12U or 10U fast pitch, just any of those types of sports for all of these guys, and to know that they are one out away from taking home a gold ball means so much.
And it's going to be the sophomore Jack Bishop to try and get the out again. 1-0 in his 7th appearance. He's got a save. 8 in the 3rd inning, 7 strikeouts. Just 1 earned run allowed this season.
Cameron Zabel to step up to the plate. Once again, a last hope here for the Indians. Bishop trying to shut the door. Fastball fouled off by Cameron.
Lock-in kept it going. They still need 6 runs with 2 outs.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. Kevin Garnett said that, and he wasn't wrong.
And I was just about to say Kevin Garnett. He quoted that one after winning those NBA Finals. The 0-1 here on Zabel. He pops this up. Taylor made it in right field. Calling on it is Lavelli, and that is it. The Kings of Division II, for the first time in program history, are the Edgewood Crusaders. What a time to be alive in Madison, as Madtown is going to be partying up on Championship Thursday and all throughout the summer. What a performance offensively and defensively from all of these guys, from the Edgewood Crusaders, especially Stephen Mello on the bump.
Absolutely. The dog pile is always awesome to see. The hugs around, the tears on both sides. As one of my favorite quotes ever is from the late, great Jim McKay when he was hosting ABC's Wide World of Sports, even before I was born. And it always started, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeats. That quote is now ubiquitous. It's universal. And it applies here as they'll go through the handshake line. As Edgewood is going to be bringing the gold trophy home, Mosinee, just like their softball counterparts, will be settling for the silver. Still an amazing season from both these teams. But now 3 trophies have been given out, and it is the Edgewood Crusaders, state champions here in 2024. As it's going to be all new champions this year as well. None of the last year's champs made it to state even. So 4 new homes for the trophies, and this one is going to Madison as a 12-6 final. Edgewood, they're still hugging it out. They still can't believe it. You can see it on their faces. They are still in shock at what they had. And there is gear, gloves, hats, sleeves, everything just littering the infield. It is everywhere. It looks like a garage sale.
It almost looks like one of those hockey games where you have the $1 to toss a teddy bear out onto the rink for charity. But a huge congrats to both of these teams, especially the Edgewood Crusaders. But how about this? The last dance for these seniors. You can say both sides, but the big story for Mosinee going into this game was almost their entire lineup. It's built on seniors, and this was their year to get there, and the last dance comes one step short in the state championship, but you got to give so much credit to these guys, and they are going to be partying up.
They're going to be celebrating home for sure. That's going to be an awesome welcome home for Edgewood. But with that being said, we're going to take a 30-second timeout here from our friends at Merrill Steel, our post-game sponsor. So we'll hear from Merrill Steel to wrap things up, as it is Edgewood who are champions in 2024.
Who are we? We are a locally owned and operated business serving our community for over 60 years. We have expanded to 3 locations with over 1 million square feet of combined production space. We have an elite workforce of over 400 employees. We have built stadiums for the Vegas Raiders, Indianapolis Colts, Atlanta Falcons, Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings, and more. Who are we? There's only one answer.
'24 state champions, the Edgewood Crusaders. We're going to send things, though, to our PA announcer of our ceremony. Take away.
Taylor Lemansky. Grant Kutlinski. Keegan Tersley. Andrew Dominski. Tyler Bars. Zachary Nahuda. Logan Groshek. Gavin Obrensky. Elliot Yurkowski. Dream Stapple. Benjamin Schley. Parker Filipiak. Garrett Shoup. Cameron Zabel. Ryan Simonis. And will Coach Adam Olson of Mosinee please come forward to receive the team trophy.
Mosinee now with their trophy. They're going to break it down one more time. It will be time now for the medals and the golden trophy heading over to Edgewood as the presenters make their way over. Again, stay tuned. We'll have full highlights from the game later on this evening on our Zaleski Sports Facebook pages. It may end up being tomorrow morning depending on timing and all the stuff we need, but we will have those for you guys so you can watch them really for the rest of time. But now, back to the PA for Edgewood.
And will the members of Division II state champion Edgewood Sacred Heart please come forward as your name is called to receive your individual medals. Preston Youcher, Bennett Cagle, Stephen Mello, Seth Myers, Carson Jessberger, Holden Port, Ben Block, Alex Shep, Lawson Kinsman, Jackson Hampton, Davis Hellwide, Francisco Arnold, Jack Bishop, Liam Bishop, Jack Halloran, Henry Gill, Brady Lamelli, Henry Bishop, and will coach Richard Newton from Division II state champion Edgewood Sacred Heart. Please come forward to receive the team trophy.
The first place the trophy went right to the front row as Edgewood brings it out to the crowd to celebrate. Families holding it or touching it through the net. The players have it right there. They're gonna, get shuttled aside to go get the team picture as they brought it right behind home plate to celebrate this one.
Yeah, I noticed some of the staff that were out there like, hey, you got to go back here and get some pictures with the full team before you can celebrate with your friends and family and
they also
all your
got to get ready for the D1 game coming up as well. They're getting the field ready. But that being said, big thanks to everyone for joining us today and this year. It's been an incredible season. 1,200, I think, broadcasts we did going back to football and volleyball and soccer back in the fall. This is our final WIAA high school broadcast of the 2023-2024 season, and I know everyone involved with Zaleski Sports is very thankful for the time we've had to cover these games, and big thanks to fans who have not been around us, all your fans of Edgewood, Aliva Strum, Lacrosse Logan, everyone who has watched and joined over the years for across, and we hope we were able to bring you some fun and some great times here. And I know it's been a blast for me, and we still got summer ball coming up, but this is our last high school game of this season.
It's just it's almost mind-blowing to think that this is the end of the 2023-2024 school season, and this was a year full of many big-time moments, many ups and downs, and just so many memories that have been able to be made, and not just from us doing our broadcasting, but for you guys who are viewing our content. You guys have got to see either buzzer beaters in games, some game-winning touchdown passes, just some amazing moments, and then including this with the state championships. And this is where everything is laid on the line. This is where you see the best of the best go at it, and for you guys to be a part of the journey with us, we are so thankful, and we can't thank you guys enough. And we also thank all of our sponsors who have represented for us for this entire school year, and it's on to the next year. And I've had such a fun time covering some games here with you, Mike. I know it hasn't been that many that we've gotten to do together, but ever since the beginning, we've really bonded really well and strongly.
Absolutely. So, again, congratulations to the Edgewood Crusaders, the Mosinee Indians as well in their second place, Leva Strum, Aquinas, Kenosha St. Joe's, Northwood Solon Springs, maybe De Pere Sun Prairie East coming up, but we're just a couple months away as well from starting the 2024-2025 season. So stay tuned for that going forward. Summer ball coming up also. We'll have football, volleyball coming up in August as well. But with that being said, we're going to say so long for now. Live from Fox Cities Stadium, this is Mike Wendland, Brendan Retzloff on the play-by-play today. Thank you for a wonderful season, and cheers to many more going forward right here on Zaleski Sports. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your night and the rest of your weekend.